Where's Drew?
Right.
We lost Drew. Drew turned into a robot, and then we lost him, and that's it, huh?
He's not connected. Oh my god.
So,
be a better idea.
You squeeze in. So
guys,
keep our hands above the thing.
Why? What's below you?
Penises.
Plural.
What are you guys doing?
I am designing not subwoofer baskets, mid-range speaker baskets. That's what I'm doing. And we are printing a part for a Sprinter door panel, testing our bamboo 3D fucking printer that came in early this morning, and Gavin got it set up.
Super quick, by the way.
It's almost done, right? What does it got left? You want to take a peek?
45 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, about 35 minutes.
Thank you.
Oh, we got fucking goddamn 8 seconds into this, and we were talking about wieners. I don't go more than 10 seconds without mentioning a wiener.
You're at least thinking about one.
While I'm sleeping,
I'm super used to it.
Wieners.
Wieners. Take them all.
Talking about.
Look over the back. Yeah.
That screenshot I sent you earlier from the chat I wasn't even involved in that shit. Somebody was like, "How do you moisturize the surrounds of your woofers?" Somebody was like, "Bobby Gately uses jizz."
Yeah.
I was like, "Look what I did! I'm so proud." Hey, you're back.
Can't have good things.
Drew pops in and it's all jizz. He's like, "What the fuck?" That's what Drew uses to moisturize his beard.
It looks super moisturized too,
with jizz.
Thick.
Thick and shining, glistening.
Thank you very much, Facebook user.
What is that?
That's my box, I'm guessing, for it's to convert the audio.
What is with the little swirlies? With the little jizz swirling down the drain? Oh, that's your logo? Is the little jizzaholic?
Yep.
Jizzaholic. Jizzaholic.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you one thing about getting the car painted is it does look better. It's not painted, it's primered.
Yeah.
It definitely made all my shitty bodywork fucking stand out. You're like, no.
Yeah. Oh, and the best thing to figure out how smooth and how straight and a car is matte black. So you're like, you see oh my god. Like it looks like I took a sledgehammer to it.
And there's some spots like I don't know if Bondo Active has some sort of reaction with paint, but there's some spots when I feel like I took it to him, looked fine, and then now it's cracked. So I don't know if it's
cracked. No, you just could not see the crack in the Bondo.
Yeah. That was
because the Bondo might have cured, but
yeah. Well, that's it. That's what it is. It when you shaped that Bondo initially, it was perfect, and then within a month of that, it shrank. And that little tiny fracture was there, and you never stared your ass on it that close. But what's cool is with that primer on there, and then that primer's going to cure, and then you're going to be able to sand that, and that'll get filled, and he'll be fine. But if you're going to do your own body work now, you'll get like linear block tools.
Well, I mean, it's getting wrapped, so
you're never going to see any of that shit.
I don't give a shit.
Man, fucking Drew is max headroom right now as a motherfucker.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, there's just one spot that's like, I feel like I definitely would have noticed this crack. I don't know how it's as big as it is, where it is, because, I mean, I would have seen it. So there definitely was some sort of reaction going on there.
Is your wrap finalized or designed? Just needs to be applied?
No. But it's getting closer. We finally kind of got the idea across.
Right.
So it's just going to have to go to SEMA like that. It is what it is. I mean, I'm going to put some pretty big stickers on it, but I'm sure people are mostly going to be drawn to all this fucking
everything else.
Yeah. Hopefully. Whatever. I'm thinking about maybe putting a couple Band-Aids over that crack. Or make some stickers.
Temporary fix.
Some sticker-looking Band-Aids. Put them on there. Something.
Look, I did it, Mary.
Is it good? All 6 sides?
Yeah, I got it. I did the subtract.
Yeah,
I did good. I fucking figured out how to conquer a fucking design thing. Look at that
Yay.
motherfucker. It's gonna look stout, huh?
That's pretty sweet.
I can't show you guys doing top secret shit. It's not really top secret at all. Yeah, good. And we're 7.
Yeah, Eric, I am ready to
That is
see
right
it
there. Oh, really?
as well, brother. I can't wait. I got so much work to do, honestly.
That's actually why I'm out here, so that while we're on live, I can work on the box.
Yeah, and that's why I'm actively designing while the printer's printing. Oh, you guys want to hear something super duper cool?
Best thing that could happen.
Absolutely. So yesterday, right in the middle of while I was machining John Raby's acrylic resin, acrylic resin
Sandwich.
fucking components, my CNC machine had a massive catastrophic failure and started shitting ball bearings out of the x-axis and ruining parts. Luckily, all the parts are a little bit like kind of fucked up, but the way that I designed them, I planned to be machining off about 1/8 of an inch everywhere, and my fuck up tolerance was about 1/8 of an inch. So like, and it was like, it must have, because you guys seen videos of my CNC running, right? When I'm running acrylic, that motherfucker is running 380 inches a minute. It's moving, right?
It's quick.
And when it goes to change tools, when it's at that speed, it's kind of fucking scary.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the gantry hustle back 8 feet. Whoa! And it fucking must have, when it went back and changed tools and went back, that's when it failed. And it grabbed the tool to do the final cut, and it fucked up while it was doing the final cut only. And first, Anthony was like, hey, man, you should tape the parts down. And I was like, dude, the way I did it and the sequence, it should have been fine. And he's like, and I was like, damn, that thing fucking cut these things loose everywhere. We must have had bad suction or something was weird. I don't know. And we had this whole conversation about why did it cut the parts all fucked up. And so anyway, Anthony then threw a sheet of material on and cut a bunch of parts, and it was fucked up.
Yeah, no good.
And it was bad. So anyway, we started taking shit apart, and we were making fucking phone calls to Laguna Tools, the fucking guy that my contact at Laguna Tools that used to fucking be the only person that was reliable, sent me a message back and was like, hey, bro, I don't work at fucking Laguna anymore. And so we started studying parts and figuring out what, and we jumped through hoops, and we got on the phone with the company down in LA. And then this morning they put us in contact with a business out of Chicago, and we got parts getting overnighted. And if we are lucky, at this point, we already know.
Yeah.
If we're lucky, my machine will be operational Friday.
Damn it, man.
But other than that, one of the parts, which they only had. So what has to happen is the screw, right? The like worm drive ball screw is what it's called.
Yep.
32 millimeter.
About to say, bro, what are we machining on?
32 millimeter diameter screw. That is, it ends up being, it's like 1790 millimeters long, which is about 72 inches. I ordered a new one of those along with the ball screw nut, so it's like this spiral, threaded piece. And it has a shitload of little ball bearings that go around that whole thing, right? That's how this thing works. Well, the screw doesn't look worn terribly, like at all. Like it doesn't look like it's worn.
It does not.
I'm sure it's very worn, right? Even though it doesn't look worn, I'm sure it's very worn. Also, the screw we verified was manufactured in Taiwan. The replacement screw and ball screw nut are made in Germany. And even though all the shit is the same pitch, the fucking tolerance is so nat's ass tight that it'll be a fucking miracle if the ball screw nut, which should be here Friday,
Mhm.
will go on to the existing. So I may have to wait until the one arrives. Now, the one that's coming that arrives will have to be cut down and machined because they only have it available in a 10-foot length. So it's getting shipped freight. I already talked to my machinist guy that's close by that machines some of the seat lift parts for us. And he's like, as soon as it arrives, it has ball screws, Jim. My CNC is a fucking monster. So it has a 32 millimeter ball screw. Jim's about to give us some knowledge.
Okay.
So, well, I mean, I think we got it covered at this point. But the machine shop will cut that thing down to the 1790 millimeters, and they'll turn down on the lathe the ends 35 millimeters each, and then we'll be able to put this thing back together. So in the meantime, one of my technicians spent the entire day cleaning and inspecting every fucking inch of the CNC, greasing everything that hadn't been greased recently. I mean, we have a normal greasing everything sequence we do, but yeah, holy fuck. The machine is down. You know what's crazy is 2 years ago, right before SEMA, my CNC went down. We had
I remember that.
And I was and we hustled over to the cabinet shop and I redesigned all the new versions of all the boxes then, and of not all the boxes, but all the boxes we wanted to cut currently. We did like 4 different boxes and we cut like 40 sheets, which ended up being like 52 boxes worth of stuff in a few days at the cabinet shop. And then the guys had plenty of shit to build. And then while I was at SEMA, my buddy Josh Thede, Harley Design, some of you guys watch, him on YouTube. He's our RC car guy. He went to my shop on an early Saturday morning, and Anthony met him there, and he brought his like father-in-law with him, and they hung out. And they inspected the fucking machine and they figured out what was wrong because Josh is an absolutely brilliant electronics, mechanical, fabrication, fucking genius. And he fixed that shit for us. So that was fun.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah. Well, so here's the thing is John Nolte came into the shop about 6 months ago and he was standing there and he was watching my CNC run and he goes, "Hey, I bet you guys don't notice it because it's been probably progressively getting a little worse. But when that thing moves around on the x-axis, it makes a lot of fucking noise, and it shouldn't be. And your bearings are failing." And I was like, "Okay." And I mean,
so think about how much shit's been made from 6 months ago to now, and it's finally failed.
Yeah. And so we reached out to Laguna within a day of that, Laguna Tools, and I have been up their ass. I have probably 24 emails back and forth between me and the technician at Laguna. I called like 3 times. I fucking bitched about their unresponsiveness. I fucking sent them pictures of all the parts. They're all, "Give me a serial number." I'm all, "Here's a serial number I found." And and what it is what I should have done is 2 things. One, taken the fucking thing apart and looked at it and figured out what the serial number is, like every little bit of everything, and got it to them and looked the shit up online myself and found whatever the fucking parts we needed to do. Just like I ended up doing yesterday. It took us within an hour of us addressing it. Yeah. We knew what parts were what. And within an hour of the morning starting today, we had parts on the way. So,
so fingers crossed Friday at the latest. Get up and running.
Yeah. If otherwise it's hopefully end of next week or early the week after.
How many parts do you still have left to make for John?
For John,
or for SEMA builds?
Well, John's doors, as soon as my shit's running, like John's going to pick up the truck tomorrow. Everything else is done that we need the truck for. And he said he'd come back, or we could even hustle up there and put the acrylic billet on fucking resin pieces on.
All that's left is the billet acrylic pieces.
Yeah.
Right?
And John will be able to wire everything up and make all the lights work and put the speakers in and make it fucking play.
Did you do all 4 doors or?
All 4 doors plus the pillars. Here, I'll actually grab one of the chunks of plastic.
Back rack.
Nice.
What
are you doing, Gary? Just getting a bunch of footage?
Yeah. Yep. Well, I was planning on getting a lot more until the CNC took a poop. So
But
Alright.
it's all good.
I'll film some stuff and send it to you, Darian, as
Okay.
well as so this one actually didn't. Oh yeah, it did. Let me see if see the corner of that. See how the cut is kind of chunky?
Right here.
Yeah.
It is not supposed to be.
Mm.
But that is a rough cut. Now the rest of it, it is a little chunky here.
Is it on the inside too?
Yeah, a little bit here. Here it is supposed to be. So the
No,
the back
Jim, I
side of
would-
this, right? So what's going to happen is a 45-degree three-dimensional machining with a 45-degree cutter is going to come in and cut into these hexagons. And it's going to take, I don't know, probably 6 hours to run this part. And there's, you know,
Four of them.
there's two of these, and there's two more that are very similar that have a little shape up here. And then there's the two pillars. These will be pretty quick.
Are those
But-
just grills in essence?
Yeah, they're grills, and you can see the blue, and there's
Yeah.
blue on this side, and between the billet and the acrylic,
Okay.
and then there'll be
So are
lights.
you only drilling out where the speaker holes are, or is drilling
Yeah.
out?
Well, no,
every-
it doesn't drill all the way through. It's a 45-degree. You remember the suspension links on the truck,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's almost identical to that.
Okay. So the speakers, where do the speakers sit?
They're right behind this.
And
So you'll
they-
still and these will be much larger than like these hexagonal cuts were made as a rough cut. Main reason why is so that I wouldn't have any bubbles in my adhesion when I glued these parts together. That's
Alright,
the
so-
main reason why they're pre-cut this way, because this is only going to be about 3/16 of an inch wide between the hexagons.
Okay, but the holes that are in front of the speakers, those are getting cut all the way out.
No, they'll be like a grill in front of the speakers, but they'll be cut all the way through because it's really
Okay.
thin right here.
Yeah. That's what that's
So
what
when I
mean.
cut through at a 45-degree angle, it'll be, it'll be
Right,
cut out
but-
pretty well.
But obviously, where the speaker is going to be, it's going to be completely cut out, so the sound
No.
gets right. How the hell?
The sound will still come through quite a bit. It'll be a little bit of a grill.
Okay. I'm just talking about like inside the hexagon part.
Yes, inside the hexagon will be gone. Yes.
That's
And it'll be a little larger than what you see here as far as the cut all the way through. Yes, you'll be able. So when it comes in and makes this 45-degree little hexagonal cut,
yeah.
right?
So all the
It
pieces
will
are
cut all the way
basically-
through in front of where the speakers are.
Yeah, so everywhere not with the speakers, just gonna have like that insert diamond cut, like the bar.
Yes, all the way. Yep,
And then
yep.
everything in front of the speaker will have completely.
Yes,
cut
it'll be cut through. Yep. It'll look really cool. And I'm going to try to talk John into taking a little bit of time and putting LEDs behind the speakers, because then the carbon fiber will glow as well. It's like you got fucking lights everywhere. Make everything light up.
Yeah, sure.
So, and then another fun thing. I'll go get another fun SEMA build thing for door panels.
Oh,
Yes, I am drinking. I drink on every show, basically.
I wish I had a drink. I just keep
Okay.
forgetting to. I don't drink often, so I don't have anything.
Well, because Jim said nobody else drinks. Well, I'm not gonna have more
No,
than one. Or two.
We're drinking. I already had this one. I'm gonna run and get more, but check this shit out.
I'm gonna go try to
These
get
are
the gash
These
on
are
it.
the inserts for Eric Hazelton's monkey box doors.
Nice.
Let me see if I can get this apart. This was hard to get apart, actually. Magnets are
Oh.
so fucking
Shit.
strong.
I know a bunch of people. Like I know Jim for sure has a printer. Polymakers having a really big sale on Filament today.
So check this out. The speakers get mounted, right? So the door panels in Eric's car are boxes, right? They're sealed boxes. And this will fasten on to the enclosure structure. It'll have a little gasket on it. This will fasten on, because the way we built it is if we want to change to different speakers in the future, we can remanufacture this whole section of the door pod. So this will fasten on, and then this is going to be fun. I'm going to keep my fingers out of the fucking way. My nipple too.
Jim.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's on Amazon, but if you go to their website,
That's dope.
there's a code. You get it even cheaper than Amazon has it right now.
Do you think those are strong enough to hold mine on, or do mine need to be screwed?
I don't know how heavy.
I think yours need to be screwed because they're really big and they're really. You know what? If we had enough of those magnets, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I may want to swap that out in the future.
Or
Just
I just
to
thought
make
you
it-
put really beautiful
I'll message it to you.
stainless steel big head screws.
Well, we have panels to cover all the screws already, so you're not going to see any of the screws as it is.
Oh, I see what you're
But
saying.
it's more or less for the ease of taking them on and off. Because to keep my doors closed for now, I'm basically got the tie downs behind one of the speakers on each door. There's like a ring hole I made. So if it was easy to like pop those off and unscrew one speaker, once I load the truck up in the future.
Could we put some D rings on top of the door panels? Some nice clean ones. Put a little D ring, and you kind of just. Is that
Maybe.
reasonable?
I should have fucking welded a couple onto the windows, but
Oh, I have an idea, Steve. Oh no, this isn't gonna work. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could put a U-bolt on the acrylic windows.
Well, remember that thing I was telling you about last week, where basically make a plate that screws onto the roof, and then one that matches the window that I have already, and then it'll just be, like little C-shaped bars that connect the two brackets. That's
Right.
eventually how I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
Just for transport, for now, I'm going to just leave the windows out and basically, hook on the outside of the window edge and tighten it.
Is your checklist getting smaller and smaller day by day?
Windows bolt on from the outside. Your windows bolt on from the outside. You could just put a simple little fucking U.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I totally forgot. I'm retarded. So basically all I was gonna do was buy some eye bolts that would screw into my window or existing. That would give me two hooks. And then I was just gonna pull it together.
And then you just do that, and then you screw one window on, and then you're done.
Yep.
For transport.
Easy.
Okay.
No, Darian, my list is I just got the car back last night. I worked all day today, and now I'm doing this. So no, my list is gigantic, and I lost a week at the painter. So I honestly thought by now I'd have
more done than you do.
Yeah, because like I said, I lost a week at the painter, so that definitely hurt the timeline.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what I need to do first so I could do shit efficiently. I think I need to
like cure time and shit.
Yeah, I think I need to just go work on the back and get the amp rack in there. Make sure the amps are going to fit first.
Right. Eliminate that problem if it becomes one.
Yeah, once I know they all fit, then I got to take the battery out, stay in the battery box, build a couple little trim panels in the back, and then spray the back. Still got to spray the back black, and then that's going to need a couple days to cure. So while that's curing, then I'll do the doors.
Speaker wire, baby. Do you have any speaker wire around or anything?
Could get the doors done, the front amps. I could get the front done, basically.
Jerry, that's Darian, man. That is what? Who is Darian? Tell us who he is.
I'm not really sure who I am. I'm a small town guy from Eastern Washington that's now in California and going to Nevada next week. Or tomorrow, actually. What
do you do, Darian? Tell us.
I do all the social media for Sky High, so any like images or videos that you see on the site or YouTube or anywhere like that, that's what I'm in charge of, so to speak. Came down to Sacramento to get some content of John's truck with everything that Gately's doing here, and CNC took a poop, so kind of had to stop halfway through yesterday, but it's all good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Jerry asked. He didn't know, so I was like, I was like, everyone we just assume everyone knew who you were.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. And you also your IG is that B2 guy, right? Is that what it is?
That's Andrew's. Mine's B2 Banger. B2_Banger.
B2 Banger. That's right.
Yeah.
To this day, bro. So I don't know if I've heard the truck since the Sundown build years ago, but when I first heard that thing, I was just like, man.
That truck's been through the fucking ringer. I don't know how, honestly, the interior didn't dissolve faster than it did.
Yeah.
But
Dude, you were the first people I knew to do like a hard bench seat that was like kind of curved to the truck from what I remember.
Mhm.
I liked it. That thing was awesome.
it was pretty fun. Sitting in there for a couple hours at a time really put a dent in your back. But
A lot less
other than that,
fun.
it was fine.
Yeah.
So that's all good. How's the Tahoe coming along, dude? You got the SDDNs in there?
So I have SDDNs. I have 12 Aurora 3Ks.
Right. Thank you.
All of it sitting in the storage unit. It was too hot for like a month this year. Just even like every day, 110 plus heat index and just humid. I'm not touching it. And I just since then been busy.
Right.
But I'm finally slowing down. Like this is this box and then a couple more. That's kind of all I have to do like the rest of the year from what I can kind of remember. That's like time projects.
Right. Tedious stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, and realistically, the Tahoe could go back together in a weekend.
Right.
Jim's also working on those new billet amp racks, and they're not ready, so I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah.
Rushing.
What's the amp layout going to be like? Is it going to be 6 on the left, 6 on the right? Or is it
Yeah.
going to be?
So, yep, exactly. That's gonna be. If you're looking at it right now, it's all four stacked up. All 7500. It's just gonna be 6 on one side, 6 on the other. Because the wiring as it is doesn't have to change any of it. I don't have to add or take away any power ground. It'll drop in.
Right.
So no, I mean all I gotta do is we're gonna unbolt the wall, slide it forward like an inch because it's not where I want it to be. Clean the inside up, put subs in, put a front loading wall back in, and amps it'll play. Like I said, it's like a weekend or two.
So the enclosure's staying the same, like the ratio and the port area, everything's just direct swap.
The port may end up changing because I cut the entire front of the wall out. So the entire ported chamber up top is wide open right now, just so I can make it so that can come in and out instead of having to work through the port.
Right.
So I'll end up dialing in the port, with over time. Yeah. So, but no, it's gonna look generally the same, just cleaned up and louder.
Yeah. They're still going to be inverted, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Going to be big old SDDM booties in there. And then now that I've heard these in person and I see how shallow they are.
What's the mounting depth on them?
So big.
3 inches, maybe.
3 inches?
Yeah,
Damn.
I'll pull it out. Yeah, now that I've heard these, I confirm I want to do at least one of these per door in a sealed box, kind of how Bobby does his stuff.
Right. That's the way. You have the room. That's the way.
Yeah, I mean, with how shallow these are, man, I think they'll take up less space into the cabin than the current setup.
That's crazy.
But yeah, a pair of these with the SDDNs, the new amps, new processor, and the pillars that I really haven't got to do a whole lot with. It's going to be pretty crazy.
That's not. Look, Steve said, "What's up is that?"
That's so fucking sick, dude.
It's a mid-range, a 12-inch mid-range, not even a sub.
Oh my god, I fucking god damn it.
That a
6.5 inch Neo Pro next to it for
depth comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them down on something flat. Can we see the difference in like height? Is your camera move?
Yeah. Come on, Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Eastman mentioned the Vex 10s. The Vex 10s are as big as a 10-inch subwoofer. Most high performance 10-inch subwoofer. It's an absolute monster. It's so big. That's why those door panels are that big on that truck, because they 100% need to be. They could not be smaller. I really wish something like this existed when we did that. And as good as the Slam Halen sounds with those Vex 10s and the Vex 8s, it needs a mid range. What the fuck is that? What's the motor on that looking like? Okay, this
is a Neo Pro coax 10-inch.
Neo Pro.
I've never seen that before. Sheesh.
Who makes that?
Sundown.
Neo Pro. Well, this is a prototype. So most coaxes give you a way to run passive. These don't. You have to run a processor. So mid-range here, tweeter here, force you to dial it in, get it sounding good.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with like any sort of filtering cap or whatever if you wanted to
Nope.
just run it passive.
Nope, you don't.
Okay.
You don't. You just don't.
You don't. The problem is, like, if you measure most coaxes, like if you break apart, like if you manage to mute the tweeter in the mid-range, they're going to be out of phase. And it's going to be, once you know what you're listening for, it's kind of noticeable on every coax. So that's why I like speakers that they're like, oh, you can buy amp. That's why they advertise it so much, so you can fix that phase issue.
I see.
Yeah, like I said, it's every coax. The most recent that I measured was the down for sound, and they have a dip at like 2200, which luckily that's where most humans are really sensitive, so it kind of works out. But yeah.
Drew, are those 3D printers behind you? 2 of them?
Yes.
Is it the bamboo?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's where you got the idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Him and Josh Thede both own them. Right after
Jim's got
Drew got
what?
And Jim
Jim's
has
got
one
4 of
too,
them.
right? Yeah.
I just got 4.
I mean, fuck around, dude. I'm having so much fun with this thing already. I will order another one.
John Nolte bought one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after Drew got one, and he was all excited about it, and I had seen some ads and shit online, and then John and I talked about it, and then Josh Thede came by and I said, hey, I'm thinking about this. And he's like, oh, yeah, get it. I got one. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'm going to do it. And then now it's been like 2 weeks, and I was like, why haven't I ordered that fucking thing yet? And so I think it was Friday we ordered it, or Thursday we ordered it right after I was like, hey, I'm going to order that fucking thing tomorrow. So, yeah. And it arrived early today, and it's about to finish apart. I mean, any minute, right?
Shit, I might have to buy one too now.
98%. 98%. This motherfucker's about done. I'll pull the part off 5 minutes in line. Yeah.
They're great, especially for like stuff like this. So like, I need to test this Kicker Pro ST, but I don't have a square box.
Yeah.
So I'm putting an adapter.
Yep.
That's funny. I made adapters for round speakers to a square box, and but you made a square speaker, round speaker to square box, or whatever the fuck. Yes.
Huge jump in 3D printing channels on YouTube. Yeah,
Bobby,
man.
how much did those subs weigh, Bobby? Your subs, the ones you sent me.
I don't know. I can't remember. There's too many things to remember.
I wonder how many 4 of them are going to weigh on that little thing. Is it going to be over 100 pounds?
No. But
No,
pretty close to 100 pounds. That's an 8.
There's a 6.5.
There's a 6.5 right there.
All right, because I'm thinking about pre-mounting them and wiring before I put them in there. But if they're going to be 100 pounds, I may not be able to do that.
Bear with me here. I think it's over 15 and under 20. That is a very reasonable.
Your subs, they got to be way more than 20 pounds.
But more than 15 and under 20, a 6.5.
Okay.
And I could be wrong.
God.
I mean, it says the weight on my website, I think.
All right, pull it up. I'm going to guess.
You got your elbows on the table and shit.
I don't know. It feels like 17.25.
17.25.
Okay, so 6.5. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Be
Look
like
it up on
a
the right.
75-pound sub. Not that big a deal. Should be doable. Should be fine.
You see that radius clears that corner right there? I'm good. My parts will go together. See that?
Mm-hmm.
So I can put that big ass radius on all those.
Stand by, Steve. I'm looking at it for you.
No, you're good.
You guys can watch my face while I design. But yeah, it was kind of funny situation where the company that is working with my mid-range speakers, we talked about, oh, what the fuck? That's not right.
I do not see a weight on here. Never mind.
It's not there?
No.
Should be. Okay, whatever. About 18 pounds is what I'm going to guesstimate. It should be there. Oh, I bet it's in. Hold on a sec. Hold please. I'm gonna be like off the screen for a second.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can probably still see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, sir.
40. I ordered some new colors from of Polylite PLA to try to see if I like the way that it prints these things. Because I want to standardize the brands that I have in here. Because I've tried a bunch of them and they're all pretty good. I want to standardize what I have.
Fuck.
140, 144, 153.
That layout. I like that layout in trouble. Is there a scale in here?
Not in here. On the other side, there is. Door's open over there. You want to go wet?
Yeah. Stand by.
Okay.
I'll bring the scale over here. See?
Jesus, he looked like he was wearing like little booty shorts right there, huh? His
It
shorts are all hiked up.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that looked super.
What are we doing tonight?
Yeah. Hey.
Oh. Shit.
Huh.
I gotta figure out how to get power into the.
What was
camera.
the?
I've actually got.
What was the sale on the filaments, Drew? I missed the sale on the filaments code.
I'll send it to the chat. It's kind of long.
Okay.
It's not long. It's another stock day 2023. But I'll just send it to the.
Okay, send it to me.
Yeah, it's 30% off on Polymaker.
Okay, and that stuff's good in the bamboo, I guess. I'm. If you're
Yeah,
running that
so,
through a whole bunch of you.
Obviously, the bamboo stuff is the easiest to use. The Polymaker stuff, you don't have to, but it's recommended to print little like gears basically to go on the sides of the cardboard. But it's super easy. Yeah, Jim posted it. Another stock day 2023. It's pulling it out.
The only filament that we had that came with it was this green PLA.
Yep. Look at that.
Nice.
Man, that is fucking beautiful. It is like really.
It's
It's a dingy looking green on camera, but it's kind of a really pretty green. So, let's see here.
Bobby, you wearing headphones? Can you hear me?
What's up? I can hear you.
What inputs are on your 4 channels? Is it 1/0?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Jim, I'm gonna need. Is there single inputs, right? Bobby, they gotta be, right?
Yeah, on the 4-channel, it's single.
Huh.
Motherfucker. You gotta pull out the other door panel.
I guess maybe I don't.
That's a fucking pain in the ass. I'm not gonna do that right now.
I guess
I
I'm
got a
gonna run
printer fucking door panel.
runs of 1/0.
And so to design this,
whatever.
I got a brand new Sprinter door panel because we cut mine up a little bit because I built little badass door pods for my Sprinter. And I scanned it, and then I designed this shape. And then I cut a couple pieces of cardboard to make sure it was just right. And then I designed this, and this should right onto the door panel. We'll fasten it on. We'll cut this hole right here, mount our speaker in it. We'll upholster this piece. I wouldn't leave it all green, but goddamn, it's so pretty. You could damn near. It's got kind of a trippy line on it right here. See that line? You can barely see it.
Kind of.
See that, Drew?
Yeah.
There it is.
Maybe. Yeah.
What do you think does that?
So you ran calibration, I take it, when you got it?
We did.
I'd have to look at the
Oh, I know what caused it.
Hmm.
This corner started to lift off the table.
Oh yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
And
that we were using the wrong table. Like it was all, hey, you got the wrong table for this material. You want to do it anyway? And I was like, run that shit. So
no, it'll like hold your hand if you mess up something bad enough.
Yeah, if you start fucking shit up, it starts telling you you're fucking it up. And so I knew we could probably get away with it because what was cool about this piece is it didn't need any little support shit or anything. Now, the official version of this piece, when I make these parts into production, will likely be a 3-dimensional thing that will need some support stuff because I don't expect this whole section of the Sprinter door to be perfectly flat.
Yeah. And
I don't want my customers to be like forcing it flat and shit like that. My plan is to make a product that is, it's going to have the shape of the door and you'll be able to just, order your little set of A-pillars and door pods with the speakers, and you'll take that shit and you'll just put this part right on the door where it belongs, and it's going to kind of sit right where it wants to be. You'll fasten it on there. You'll mark the thing. You'll pull it back off. You'll cut the fucking hole out, put the thing on, and the pillars you just take your old pillar off, put the fucking pillars on, run wires, and you're good.
Nice. Bobby, do you think I can get away with a 1 run of 2-watt into the cabin to feed those 3 amps? It's 1 of yours and then 2 kicker 1200s.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That'll help. One run of 2-watt versus 6 runs of 2-watt. Or same 1-watt. Yeah. Definitely easier.
Yeah, that should be just fine because all that stuff running in there is going to be, 80 hertz and up. So it's going to draw fucking 25% of the current of something that was doing under that.
Right.
And
how hard is it? Do you know how hard it is to drill through bed liner? Is it much more difficult?
It's pretty reasonable. If you're afraid you're going to rip it, right, and you're drilling with like a hole saw, are you going to do it with a hole saw?
No, I'm more than likely going to go through the existing holes and then just use a what's that bit called? A step bit? Use a step
unibit?
bit.
A unibit should cut it pretty clean.
Yeah, I'll probably just use a unibit to open up the existing 1-aught holes.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. And when we go through metal at the shop, we use
those are rubber grommets.
No, we don't use rubber grommets. We use PVC pipe reducers. That's how we go through metal.
Send me
no, like you go to Home Depot in the fucking electrical department and they got it's a fucking 1 inch to 3/4 inch pipe reducer.
Okay.
And we just use those. And we drill the hole big enough for that and we fucking glue that thing in with panel bond. Or if we know that it's going to be a day, we'll stick it in with PL3X. And then we have a sleeve.
How big of a
super convenient?
Does 2-watt fit in that 1 to 3/4?
I'm not sure exactly the size. Okay. We just took a fucking piece of wire. Years ago, my buddy Charlie Cavalier, who's a pro RC racer and he owns a disc golf company, and he's a smart fucking dude. Crypto, whatever. He was like, hey man, I'm fucking bored. I live like 10 minutes from you. I'm gonna come hang out and help you out at the shop. And he hung out with me for like 3 weeks and like worked every day. And he didn't know what the fuck he was doing on almost anything. He just thought it was fun to work with his hands. He didn't really had a lot of opportunity to do fucking man work. And I was like, we're going to run these power wires in my car and I want to run them like this. And he was like, hey, these rubber grommets they're like pretty big and bulky and they're kind of flimsy and the wire keeps on kind of pushing them out of place. And I'm afraid that the wire is going to push the grommet out of place and eventually, Yeah. And he's like, I think we should get like PVC pipe reducers from fucking Home Depot. And we just glue those in. Then you can cut it a little shorter. And I was like, that's a fucking brilliant idea. Right. And he was like, I'll go get them. And he came back and he had a bunch of different sizes and he had the right size little tool that's made to cut them out for that fucking size that they make. And we punched a hole through the firewall in the fucking Subaru and we glued that shit in with panel bond and I cut it off a little bit flush on the other side and sanded it a little bit, painted the shit black, and we fucking slid the wires in. And I'm like,
you mean they make a little tool so you can just drill a hole?
they made a little tiny, they make a little tiny hole saw that's the exact right size. It's like, I think it's for cutting like a new hole where there isn't a knockout in an electrician panel box.
Okay.
So it's like just the right size, and it happens to be the same size hole as that size fucking pipe.
So are you putting the bigger size or the bigger part of the pipe on top or underneath?
I would typically, like when we do it in the trucks and we're coming through the floor, we like to have them drop in. That way gravity's not fighting us. And we just put a little panel bond on it and in there. What did that weigh?
I couldn't find the scale.
Sick. Did you
Scale
ask Zach?
100. Oh yeah, he couldn't find the scale either.
Sick.
Yep.
They had it earlier. They were using
I saw it.
Yeah.
That's like you're using it, but
they weighed that fucking box. It was like 110 pounds.
yeah.
That's a good idea. That's what I'm going to do then.
The acrylic face box, that we shipped.
A couple
I think it was pretty sick.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So, but yeah, that's
yeah.
Yep.
Seems easy enough. Yep, that's just another thing.
I mean, that's like a shitload of extra work. I mean, if you just drop in the little slip-in fitting and you glue it in with really bitchin' adhesive that glues plastic and glues metal, you're great. But yeah, you can do it that way if you want. I saw where somebody did something similar to that when they made like a fucking 3-inch hole, and they used like the screw parts, and they cut the fucking metal out, and they glued all that shit together, and it had like a big flange on each side. That was kind of cool. But that's you're trying to fucking pile a bunch of shit out of there. And I'd be afraid of goddamn rodent climbing in my vehicle.
Shit. Man, I think tonight I'm probably going to just try to get the dash on there. I think
Here you go. Stephen Dunn has been playing with this. He's seen us do this at the shop at a few things, and he has some information for us here.
There you go.
There you are, Steve. So you get the pipe reducers.
Is 1 inch good for 4/0 or 1/0 or 2/0?
Looks like, I mean, 4/0 is really only a little bit bigger than 2/0. I mean, it's bigger for sure, but it's only a little bit.
Okay.
I would grab a chunk of wire and go to Home Depot and find the little flange pipe reducers.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. It'll be easy.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yep. Run that. And the doors are already wired as far as the tweeters are in the door panels, and then the doors in the truck are wired already. I just got to put the panels on. Speakers in. Yeah.
It's a lot of shit to put in 20 days, 18 days, whatever the hell it is.
Dude, we still got fabrication to do on the monkey box.
Yeah. It's 57 speakers, 13 amps.
Good Lord.
36 subs.
Yeah, well, that's part of
wiring the subs is going to be like a long day.
Yeah, the subs are going to fucking suck. Luckily, I got my buddy Dan. He used to work at Phi, Dan Cantrell. He's going to come by after work some days and help me. So I won't be completely solo. But yeah, I think I can knock the subs out in a day. All fucking day. We'll see. If I have to flip,
you know what,
on
Steve,
all of
I got a really good friend of mine that used to work here at Gately Audio that lives down in Vegas, named Ryan Chu. And Chewy's fucking brilliant. He's a super funny, smart dude. Okay. I'm gonna hit him up and be like, "Hey, I want you to meet my friend Steve, and I want you to go help him wire his fucking truck." And he's not like a super duper wire guy, but if you want to be like, "Here's how you set up each of these plates and do these subwoofer things," he could be a big help. And he's a really fun dude to hang out with. So I'll hit him up and introduce you to him. You'll like him for sure.
Cool.
So. And I know he needs to get out more and go fuck around and do some stuff. And I think he'd be super excited to meet you. So
you have like no help, Steve. Like I'm sure your neighbors are no help. You have a lot of friends in Vegas as well, but they have their own, family and car audio shit going on. So it's like Steve versus Explorer versus Steve.
Yeah.
Where with the monkey box, I could throw the whole fucking crew at it. I mean, obviously it's going to cost me my fucking goddamn ass, but I can be like, all right, all hands on deck. Let's get it done. Just going to SEMA, and you know what I mean? And like, I don't care if I'm losing my ass. It's got to do what it's got to do. But yeah.
And I'm back to work. October 6th, the course opened up, and I've worked every day since. So it's literally just a few hours after work every day for the next 20 days. Hopefully, is enough fucking time. If not, then I tried. Like I'm not gonna not try. Obviously, I one of the first things I think I got to do too is I got to get the seat in there and see if I need to shave those baffle pieces, those front three.
See what's comfortable.
Oh, yeah, just throw the
Well,
pieces in.
Yeah,
Actually, you can put them in and put a couple screws in. If they fucking are going to touch that thing, then you just got to run them through a table saw, right?
yeah, it won't be hard, but I need to make a list of priority.
Make a list of little things that'll get in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
And like what might fuck me, like make the what might fuck me over list and fucking go through those things, right? And make a new one of those each day, right? And then like, all right, what am I gonna fucking do? And what might fuck me over? And you might realize something and add it to the fucking what might fuck me over list. And you're like, baffles not fitting fucking back edge of or front edge of box, right?
Yep.
And then you'll have a half a dozen things each day, and you'll put it on the list, and sometimes you'll put it on the list, and then you'll go right over to the fucking thing and go solved it, and then move on from there. And there'll be times I'll be sitting here designing things and I'm working, and I'll think about something the guys are working on over there, and I'll be like, do they have the right upholstery for that shit? Because they're going to be ready to wrap that shit like tomorrow. And like, I'll get up and fucking go straight over there and be like, you guys have the right shit to wrap it? And they'll be like, oh, let's look. And then we're all looking together, and then we fucking figure it out. And if I got to hustle or Allie or if we're like, yay, we have the right shit, that's just cool, you know? And like today we were looking at the A-pillars for the monkey box, and the guys were doing some body work on it, and we were discussing whether we should upholster them or what we should do. And we made the steel pieces that did the B-pillar seal off on Saturday and Sunday, and we had them sprayed with bed liner because it was going to be durable and it was going to look clean and it was going to hide some of the weldy and grindy marks on it really easily. So then we thought about it. I was like, maybe we should fucking bed liner the A-pillars. And then Cole was like, if we're going to do that, then I should do the outside part of the fucking door panel the same. And Cole was like, if I spray the bed liner, it'll match okay with those ones that were done by the bed liner place, but it'll be way cleaner. It'll be like a really nice satin texture black. And that's what I should do on the outside part of the door around those blue pieces that you see. And we should do the whole pillars that way. And it was like, cool. And so then he took a moment and he ordered all the shit we needed for that. We addressed a couple other materials from the same place. You know, it's like 90% of efficiency is just being ahead of what might fuck it up for you. You know what I mean? So
this is
before you even get there.
Probably just kind of reminded me. Maybe it would be not a bad idea to have a couple extra of those 6.5s for SEMA, just in case. Because it would suck to have to like blow a sub during a demo one of the first days and then not be able to, you know, play.
Maybe we make an extra plate and have 4 of them on it.
There you go.
Just do,
easier to manage. We could just,
well,
we could wrap.
I gotta just climb in there and just undo one sub. It'd be a lot easier than undoing the entire plate. That'd be for sure.
Yeah, true.
Because the subs are so small and it's so tall in there, like I can get to the back corner sub without having to take any of them out.
Yeah,
nice.
and now that you say that, I wish I would have had the subs here and been able to take each and every single one and unpacked it and fucking ran like a quick little bench test on it. So maybe that's something that your helpers could do. That way you're not mounting a sub that may not fucking work correctly. Not that I expect it at all. Because
helpers. I don't have helpers.
Well, you got your buddy that you said, and maybe if I get my name Chewy.
But I mean, like the list is so long for me to go through and test every sub before I put it in there. I mean, I could pop test it, but to get a bench set up to test it, I don't have anything to test it. So
you gotta set up the bench and then hook up 36 subs.
Yeah. Maybe just have Robbie send me 2 more, just for backups. But I mean, flipping that boot alone is a fucking 8 minutes per driver. You got me doing already.
God.
What is that?
You have to heat it up before you take it off.
I'm gonna have to. I think the last time I did it the other day, I cut my finger. Damn it, Bobby!
Why is your rubber so tight, dude?
I ain't used one of them so long I couldn't tell you, bud.
Yeah.
Shit's fucking.
Fuck that
Oh,
shit. What are you designing, Drew? You making something fancy?
No, so I just got a bunch of that new filament from Polymaker. I'm gonna calibrate it all in the machine and then print one of these, see how it looks, and I might standardize those colors for my official stocking colors. And while that does that, I'm gonna work on this stuff.
While that does that, that's the best fucking money.
what's that stuff? Is that for my box?
Yeah, Derry. That's what I love about the 3D printing is like I put in about 10 to 20 minutes worth of design work, and then it works for me for hours.
Right.
I don't have to do anything.
Okay, if you're not good at design with Fusion or with SketchUp, do those printers have any sort of design software? Like
No, the printers don't, but they're so like if you want to design your own parts, then you're just gonna kind of have to learn something. But there's a bunch of really simple ones that like really simple programs out there to learn, and you have access to Bobby. He can teach you Fusion.
I can teach you Fusion over the phone.
Model most things that you need in a day, but online, like the community is so big. If you can think, if you're trying to print like a common part, you can probably just Google it and find it.
Right.
Like pre-designed, ready to go.
Like the actual files to import.
Yeah, or like Bobby may not have played with it yet, but there's a Bamboo app for the printers. I'll show you. So on the app, they now have what's called Maker World there, and it's got pre-done models of things. You could just tap it, send it to the printer. It'll print it. You don't got to do anything. You do all. You have to make sure the printer's set up right. That's it.
That's tough.
Convenient.
Yeah, no, they're 3D printing. It's in the process of it. As like Addict Chop Shop said, it's blowing up on YouTube because it's becoming so much more accessible.
That's crazy. Yep. Oh, one thing, Bobby, I don't know what reminded me of it. Something Drew said, maybe about the app. I messaged Russ, DJ Rusticles, or Christopher Russ, to make us like a SEMA pack.
I would assume it's not going to happen.
Well, we'll see if it does. Hopefully it does, because I want to try to get songs in a pack for us that the general public will know, that also has good bass, because we're going to be demoing for so many people that don't want to hear
just print one.
A bunch of the shit that's on there.
Have you talked to Russ in the last 72 hours?
No, I would haven't.
Well, I don't know how much he wants out there, but his mom is really, really, really sick, so he's probably not going to be making anything. Like really, really sick.
That's super sad.
Yeah, no, it's really not. It really sucks. But I talked to him today. That's the only reason I say that. And I told him, I was like, bro, I'm like, forget work, forget all this stuff. Like, just go spend time with her. Like,
100%.
the money will circle back. The time won't.
Yeah, and it's one of these things where, with regards to that, right? When my mom was sick, I spent all the time I reasonably could, and I didn't work a lot. But once she passed away, then I fucking got after some work. It was time, My mom was a big fan of everything I do. She thought it was fucking awesome, and my mom didn't like to see me slacking. You know what I mean? Not like it's mourning isn't slacking, but my way of dealing with the hurt was to focus and build a bunch of cool shit. And in the process of doing all the work I was doing, I was working on a really big project I had here, and it had been put on hold for like 4 months while my mom was in the last section of hospice care, and my sister, with a little bit of help from me, were caring for her. And once that was all done, I worked, like 10, 11, 12, 15, 18-hour days in a row, finishing this project and doing this beautiful fucking build for a buddy of mine. And knowing that, like, if I showed my mom all these pictures of what the fuck I was building, she'd be like, that's so amazing. And she'd love it. And she'd be excited. And she'd want to know that I wasn't, and I don't want to say this and sound wrong, but like my mom would be like, Why are you sitting here fucking moping, being sad?
Oh, yeah.
Go if you're gonna sit there and fucking be sad and cry, do it while you're working and making your fucking money, because in the long run you're gonna be fine. If you want to go race remote control cars, go ahead and do it. And if you're a little upset here and there, your friends are gonna be there to talk to you, and don't fucking be a little fucking bitch, man. My mom didn't like that shit. She wanted me to get shit done, and she definitely liked it more when we were hanging out with her when she was alive. So that's the thing to do. So if Chris's mom is sick and he can be with her and help her and help her to be more comfortable and happy, then that's what he needs to be doing. And then when that shit's said and done, it's time to fucking dig in and get some shit done and make some money and be a fucking badass, because that's what moms want to see their kids do.
And that's exactly what I told him. That's
Taking you guys with me.
My grandma died, 2015, I guess. I made it home like 24 hours left while she was alive from Saudi, and I got to have one conversation with her, and she was basically like you gotta get you gotta hold this shit together, don't suck. I was like, all right, I'll try not to suck.
Put you down. Yeah. Fucking A, man.
Suck, bro.
A kid safe filament, man. I mean, most of it's fairly safe. Any of the PLA is the easiest to print, and as far as I'm aware, it's not food safe. I wouldn't eat it. I think some of it is, but wouldn't eat it. But it's all safe for the most part.
Oh. Well, we're all working. I might as well work too. Shit.
Hell yeah.
I forgot I got a bunch of orders to do too. So yeah, now besides doing SEMA, I gotta manage all the shit on them orders.
Yeah, see, mine's bitching at me right now. The plate doesn't match what's on the thing.
Shit.
Not a good list.
All right, let me send this shit and I'll get out of here because it's gonna get loud.
Yeah, everybody, this is what it's like to own your own business. We're all working.
Yeah. Here we are. We got this cool show to do, and we're hanging out, and I'm having drinks. I already came. Are you done too?
I mean, this was like the reason the show started was we were talking in the middle of the day.
Get Allie and Nate to get us. He's like, I only had fucking 7 of them. I'm gonna go fucking pee while he does that. I'll be right back.
All right. Let that shit cut that decal. Oh.
That's why the show started. Was we would talk in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I probably won't be on next week because I think I'm gonna be just far behind on my list. I can feel it already. And I'm too old to do all-nighters and work. My body won't let me do it. I might have to. Jim, why don't you come out to Vegas a week early for SEMA and help me finish the Explorer? Make Brandon run parts for you.
There you go.
See, this shit got dark again. Maybe.
Dude, it got cold today, for the first time, and it zapped all my energy.
It was 90 degrees today, I think.
No, it was cold and rainy.
We got this week's supposed to be pretty nice though, mid 70s, high 80s. Should be good.
So this ASA I use looks like it shrank a little bit. I'm gonna have to drill out some of these holes. But
hang on a second here. Let me mess with this camera.
Earlier today, I realized I hadn't had enough water, and so I started drinking shitloads of water, and I drank 3 things of water, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have a few beers and shit later on, so I got a liquid IV because I knew that would help a little bit, and I had one of those. All right. Yeah, I haven't had this one yet. I'm trying to get a different one each time.
Oh,
and so I was like, cool, and so I drank 5 of these, one of them with liquid IV, and like I'll tell you, man, if you're ever playing the game, how clear can my pee be? That's the fucking way. I was doing really good, right?
How clear can my pee be?
Yeah, it was super duper clear. It was awesome. So, what are we talking about? No, I think what Jim means is how many models of 6.5. So I have, there's still a few left, but not many. The version 1 Alpha and Relentless. I know there's no more Dual 2, I don't think, Relentless, but there's Dual 4 Relentless version 1s, and Alpha might also be out, but there's the Alpha version 1 and the Relentless version 1, and then there's the Alpha version 2 6.5 and the Relentless version 2 6.5, and now also the Shield 6.5. And the Shields are available in Dual 2, Dual 3, and Dual 4. So, yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Strawberry kiwi. I think I like the blueberry acai.
Yeah, I like
Best
that.
so far.
Strawberry kiwi is my favorite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You've had this one yet?
Not yet.
Okay, here we go.
Acai?
So
Acai.
the Corona hard seltzers are way better than White Claw or any of the other shits I've had.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Dude, I'm telling you, have you had the Corona fucking hard seltzer?
I haven't actually.
You're gonna agree. It's really good. It's way better than regular.
Yeah,
White Claw.
Hey Bobby, are all the
I've never
baskets
had them
different on
before.
yourself?
My buddy Mikey Martin, who owns Dogtown Concepts, he's out of Lodi, and he's a homie. He's a cool dude, and his wife made me a gift basket, and it was like a case of these. It was a
large basket.
It was quite a basket.
Hey Bobby, Jim wants to know if all your baskets are the same or different.
They all fit the same. The V2 Alpha and Relentless, and the Shield all use the same basket. Mm-hmm.
Fucking hate machines, guys.
What are we talking about?
So I hate machines.
Oh, see, that's
So,
being the fucking...
inside
This
the
fucker.
JL wiring is this powder to keep it dry, I guess.
Inside wire. Oh,
That's the
cheating?
shit we're supposed to check for before the
Yeah,
fucking-
like inside the cheating.
What's that? Cone?
These are the
same,
OEM.
same bolt circle, yeah. Oh, yes, okay, yeah.
These are the OEM. They have like a powder inside of them.
They have a what?
Like a white powder inside this casing.
That way, that's there so that when you are, it's like baby powder, and it's like a lubricant, so that when you slide the wires when they're being bent,
That makes
they
sense.
slide around a little bit.
That makes sense.
So what Michael saw in the background was actually fucking parts of a blown prototype Relentless version 4.
A boiled version 4.
Is Steve working on R2D2? Steven said it's dry jizz.
He's actually having sex with R2D2. Steve. Yeah, Jim.
I mean, it is what it is.
The shields are they're much softer, and that's not. I mean, the motor is quite a bit different than the Alpha.
Hey, Steve, I muted you because you were loud as shit.
Yeah, we could hear you. Fuck, you gotta unmute.
And keep me muted.
Now you can talk. You've
There
been
you go.
talking muted for a moment as well.
I said keep me muted.
Oh, motherfucker. Well, then you're muted, bitch.
Keep muted.
How loud is my R2D2 in the background?
It was pretty loud. It sounded like you were having sex with him.
How about right now? Can you hear it?
No, not really. You're good now.
Tell me when you can hear it.
I mean, we
What
can
am I
hear
hearing?
something a little
Something
bit.
is creaking.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, well, that's
I
good.
can
Then I'll just stay in here. Because if I get too far away,
Your shit will get all fucked up.
Your
Yeah.
bearings will bust.
yeah. But I can't barely hear you guys because this thing is super loud. I'm surprised you guys can't hear it.
I mean, I can hear it. It's just not nearly as loud as it was a minute ago.
It's just like a background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Got about 95% of the way through this big ass decal and then stopped on the last letter.
It's just all fuck you. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, lost connection, and then I got connection back and started it. We're supposed to
Over.
resume, and then it went like 4 inches to the right and resumed over there for some reason. Like, all right, well, fuck you.
Oh, so fuck the whole thing or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sick.
Yeah, this
Still.
decal says, it's just missing a D on it somewhere. Yeah. Oh well, whatever. Vinyl's not very expensive. So. Luckily, it's not a big old fucking part like the shit you're making.
And a hexagon acrylic aluminum piece.
Yeah. So are you going to be able to save those, Bobby? Or do you have to remake them?
They're good. They're gonna make it. Luckily, when I'm like super confident, but not 100%. I'm like 99% that they're gonna be fine.
Cool.
yeah.
So,
Look at
Drew,
that. I have
yeah.
to do another extrusion look.
Do you not know if you're coming to see me yet? Is that still kind of in
See
the
how
air?
that's under?
Yeah.
Yes,
I have to come up.
Yeah,
to clear that because the two halves of the.
I should probably stay home, to be real.
Are you coming to SEMA or no?
I don't.
Are you
Probably
coming
not.
to the JL training?
Also, probably not.
I did a fresh max tune on the van.
The last
Yesterday.
3 months have been exceedingly expensive, and
Yours
then
are
dropped off Brands Explorer today, and there's another $1,000 bill on that.
Yep.
Fun.
Yeah.
So no, I think I'm just gonna stay home, get some work did.
Maybe ahead of
Be an
schedule a little
adult.
bit.
All right. Well, hopefully I could have the fucker ready to tune.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll be able to come in for like a day, like in and out.
That's it. Yeah, like literally fucking fly you in the morning,
And
get the
go home
shit
at night.
done, and then if you want to leave at night or leave next day, like whatever. It's not going to take long to tune. I think the LEDs are going to take longer than the fucking tune is probably.
Not really. LEDs are fairly simple.
I guess I could probably have them all ran first, and then you could probably just school me. If I even get to that point before you get here, you could probably just tell me over the phone.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the LED stuff you could easily do. It's three wires altogether. Like if you can solder, you can do them.
Steve, maybe if we have to, right? If Drew can't come, then I can somehow get my Max down there, and then between me and Drew, he can jump in and remote with me if we have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I'd like to have it playing at least like.
no, I'll be able to make it in for a day. No, that's an easy because it's an hour and a half to New Orleans, 3 hours there in the morning, and stay a day and come home the next day. That's easy.
Yeah, it just depends on when I get it. I want to have it done early enough to where I can at least get. I need like 3 or 4 days of playtime on that.
I think that's a good point, Steve. Like that, you need a bill of that caliber to have some playtime before it. Like you don't want to be testing and tuning at the show.
Yeah,
Kind of dialed before it gets there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we did it with the wagon, but the wagon, it's loud as a bunch of equipment, but it was still just a nice little no wall build in the end. Like we tuned it. I tuned the amps because we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna phase align your amps with max, and then once the amps match, might tinker around with acoustical phase, but we'll probably just leave it at the amps with max. But like we did that on Wednesday. I did that on Wednesday, drove to Slam, having not played more than 20 seconds of bass.
Yeah.
Tuned the mids and highs in the parking lot, the driveway of Airbnb. First full rip was at Slam, like in our booth spot.
That's crazy.
Has it changed since as far as tuning?
It's louder.
Yeah.
If whoever heard it at Slam, it's probably 2 dB louder. The subs loosened up a lot.
Isn't that insane how much that factors into the output, bandwidth, and everything?
Yeah,
I can tell you that Ben Barnett, owner of Ruthless, a few years ago, he had his JVF 15s, and he was doing like a 61, right? Was his peak, like the loudest he would get on meter, and he damaged one of the subs finally, and so he rebuilt all 4, and the plan was build them with all the exact same soft parts. And so Jeff built them identical. On startup, he was down like 5 dBs. After a few hours of playtime, he was still down 3 dBs, and he was like, something's wrong. So they checked everything. And then he I saw him at the show a week later, and he's like, dude, I'm down 3 dBs. And I was like, did you break your subs in? And he's like, I mean, I played him a bit, and I'm like,
it takes
no.
I'm like,
double-digit hours.
tell me when you have 20 hours of aggressive playtime.
Right.
Yep. That's especially if you test and tune and dial your build in with fully broken in subs, they're completely different. Like in the Tahoe, just if I reconed one sub, I could hear it. I could hear the difference in the wall for days. Yeah. Like everyone else, like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, this ain't your build. I'm telling you. So I'm looking forward to the days of SDD and break-in.
Your cabin is not going to be very pleased with your decisions. The videos that
Who's
you post, your cabin is not going to be very pleased with any of your decisions. Your cabin currently with the ZV5s are like, you're on like that. You're balancing the fine line of what you can have for a stock cabin versus output from the enclosure.
Yep. So like one of the next big mods is deleting the sunroof.
Good idea.
You still have a sunroof?
I mean, it's there. It's blocked off though. It's like it doesn't work.
Right.
But no, we're gonna delete that, and then some steel floor reinforcement, kind of like Duncan's is.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, if they can just hold together like Duncan's truck does, I'll be happy.
Your doors are fine, your latches and everything.
Speaking of Duncan's truck,
I don't play with the windows up, so.
Oh yeah, that probably helps.
There was like 20 or 30 people there. It was kind of small, but it was a good time.
Okay. Nice. Both cars performed nicely, I'm guessing. Or any issues? Because he brought the van and the truck, right?
Yeah, he towed the van, and then I drove it. I drove the truck from his house over there. And I did good.
Nice.
He did say, he was like, man, he's like, I really love the truck. He's like, but I can tell like the flat ball just doesn't play like a band pass. I'm like, well, no.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It sounds great though. I love flat walls.
It sounds really good.
Did he run in the lanes?
No. I think he's used to the sundown sound, which is that high linearity, low distortion sound. Because he made a comment about how the subs sound in the truck. I'm like, this is how most subs sound. Kind of had that peakiness to him. I was like, man, I said, yeah, the platform 5s.
Yep.
I said, dude, I said, if I can find a 7th SDDN to bit the motor to build like my 6, I'm like, I said, I'll get it, and I said we'll put all 7 SDDNs in the flat wall just to hear it.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that would be. I'd be curious the difference.
What do you think the actual like not output difference would be, but as far as sound would be? The platform 5 versus the SCDNs and Stevens. Like the output might be higher, lower, different, whatever the fuck. But
it's gonna be overall. It should be louder. It's gonna be. It depends on what spiders. I'm a fan of the black spiders. They just sound so much better. But the Sundown chassis has so much more excursion than basically every other chassis. That when excursion becomes your limit, like in his truck, it's a game every time.
Fair. Because you either normally run into mechanical limits or thermal limits, so if you can either eliminate both of them,
Yeah, so we basically got the thermal stuff handled in his truck. Like you can play it for hours because it just had and now it's at the mechanical limits of the subs.
Shit. So. Bobby, what are you working on there, buddy?
I'm designing my fucking goddamn mid-range woof fucking drivers.
How do they look?
Fucking like they aren't gonna be able to make the goddamn
like
tooling.
Steven's truck is the loudest non-cut crew cab I've ever seen.
Didn't it used to be cut?
He used to have a blow through, and when I say cut, I mean like full walk through.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're talking about inside the cabin, you're probably right. But there's a guy named Greg Corbin out here whose truck is pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, Greg's shit is super wild. Fuck.
I saw Greg
currently
2 weeks
still
ago.
the 818s in the 6 order. Still the
He's
same thing.
thinking about switching the 2412s, I think.
Sick.
I guess it would fit on the same wall, just
Same
like
plane.
Yeah. Obviously, way more motors. So
Way more coil.
more coil, more motors. So
More power handling. That's how that works.
And then demo longer, because I guess right now, you can't demo for very long. It's running like 10K a sub or more. So
Wow.
Sheesh.
Nominal or reactive?
well, he's got, I think he has 18 9Ks in there.
God.
I think.
Fuck, that's fucking incredible. You know that FI Neo.
Oh, wait, he has 8 subs, so 16 9Ks.
Right.
I think he has 1 per coil.
God damn.
I think they're 9Ks. Maybe they're the 6Ks. Fuck, I don't know. He's changed them so many.
12K per
Maybe
sub.
it's 16 6Ks. Someone here probably knows. 16 6Ks? Yeah. Even still. It's like 100 and some, I don't know, 140,000, I think is what it was clamping, possibly.
Right.
140,000
You
fucking.
find it?
I don't know. I'm probably wrong about that too. He has a massive battery bank, so he could definitely support it. He's got like 600 amp hours of yin logs. So, speaking of battery banks,
Motherfucker.
hopefully my battery bank is okay. I got it back up. I mean, I got it up to 16.2, and it held strong. So I guess time will tell once I do demos if it's fucking, if there's a bad cell or not.
You'll find out.
Yep.
Almost
Oh
immediately.
yeah, you'll find out. You find out quick.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't find out quick. So we'll see. I could not believe that bank got drained down as low as it did. I didn't even know if that was possible.
What the fuck happened?
So there's, that little switch that we put on the panel for the lights that also turns the alternator regulator on and off.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing when he taped up that switch panel for paint, it must have got touched or bumped. So the regulator box was on for like 2 or 3 days straight.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
And that thing's like, what, 20 amps or some shit?
Yeah, for 48 hours. That's a bit.
So 120 amp hours, 20 amps for 72 hours. That'll do it.
That will do it, bud.
Hopefully, being a low discharge like that, nothing got hurt. But we'll see.
Do you trickle charge them back up like super slow over the course of like 24 hours, whatever?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. When I put the the charger on it, it went from 0 volts to 10 volts in like 30 seconds. So I don't know if that's normal, but it got to
Like a rule
14.
of thumb for like state of charge.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe the balancer has some sort of protection in it or not, but it got up to 14 volts within a couple minutes, and then from 14 to 16 took 10 hours. So,
That's good, I think.
yeah, the fucker was
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, yeah. Shut everything down over there. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize you were waiting on me. I'm sitting there fucking listening to them and designing. I was in it like a fucking zombie.
He's zoning out.
Well, not exactly. I mean, I'm zoned into this shit. I'm making
Zoning
some
in.
cool shit. It's kind of kicking my ass a little bit, but in a good way. I keep on like having to teach myself some new shit. These are fucking complicated fucking parts, man. Making a sub basket, it's kinda, or a speaker basket, it's like kinda easy and also pretty goddamn hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm super excited too. And now that the Kicker 10s are shipping out, that gives me hope that the 15s are probably less than a month away.
Are those next or are they doing 12s first?
They did 12s already, and then now
I already got 12.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, the 10s came out yesterday maybe, and then I think the 15s are not far behind.
They got some pretty strange recommendations for enclosure size for those 10s.
Yeah.
I'm running the SQ, the Shinquan cells.
The seating in the Explorer,
Huh?
Steve, tell us about the seating in said Explorer.
It's a bench style seat that kind of looks like a park bench meets a car seat, I guess. It's dope. I mean, you've seen pictures of it. Went down
Yeah,
the
I have.
daily.
It's hot.
And so yeah, I got to get that in the car, and I think I got to fit the side pieces just a little bit. I got to do a little bit of shaving on that fucker too. But yeah, it's fully open. There's going to be amps behind it, so keep things nice and cool. But yeah,
Try to find a picture, Steve.
I got to bolt that fucker in too. I got to find a picture. Shit. Let's see. Facebook. Is it on Facebook? Maybe.
I found a video of it. I'm trying to find a picture of it. Here we go. This might be a little bit. Oh, that's bad. I don't know if that shows up very well.
What do you got?
Yeah. A little bit.
Yes. I can pull a picture up. I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. There we go. Hey, StreamYard, present these mofos. Bam.
There you
Here she be. Yep, I actually stained all the stuff twice. I stained it all when I got it back here because the ebony stain I picked up happened to be, I feel like, quite a bit darker. So everything was, the doors were, not the doors, but the baffle itself and the dash was pretty dark. So I restained everything, and it looks a little darker than this now.
I'm super glad you guys set it on an angle with the back where your back sits.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that was always the plan.
Yep.
And it's got some angle iron down here at the bottom that bolted to the floor. Yeah, amps behind it.
Fit 3 people in there, 4 people in there.
It should
If you
easily,
really wanted, if the doors are open, you can easily have 4 in it.
it looks bigger in this picture than it really is. It'll fit 3 for sure. With the doors
3 for sure.
closed,
Yeah.
maybe 3 is going to
Doors closed. If they're like some little skinny chicks or something, you're probably okay. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time you're gonna have the doors open though, right?
Yeah, it's crazy how much different it looks now. If it wasn't dark outside, I'd go
God
out
damn
there.
it! Spell my name right, motherfucker.
That was dark already. What the hell?
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Eastman came by a couple days ago and picked up his amp that he won last week. Oh, we're going to do a giveaway this week. I'll go grab that. Let's grab that fucking thing.
Sidetrack immediately.
Right. Oh, I wonder if UPS showed up yet.
Reset, Darian. Do you think you can fucking reach the goddamn sub? We can't do the giveaway because I can't fucking reach it. I'm not tall.
I need an adult.
Well, fucking Darian's taller than you.
Well, we'll give away actually, where the fuck is the? Should be a dual 2 right here. Well, we'll unpack a dual 3 and we'll ship them a fucking dual 2 or whatever, or a dual, whatever the fuck they want. As a matter of fact, they can fucking pick.
Damn, dude. 42 people. Y'all ready to win yourself a Gately sub? Hope you paid attention this episode. I know it's been a little.
Oh, I'm the wrong face. That's weird.
Incest.
that makes it incest right there. The way is one person has to fucking back out and then okay.
You want to ask your questions first?
Now, once you unpack it and show it off, and I'll try to figure the fucking things out. Damn it.
I got a question.
Do you? Let's not do the question yet. Keep that shit on deck.
Well, we got to do at least 6 questions, right?
Okay, all right, we'll do the fucking question. Jeez.
Do you have one already?
I don't have a goddamn thing. I hadn't even thought of it. Fucking loser.
All right, how many speakers in total am I going to have in the Explorer and how many amps? I just said it like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then that gives me another easy question.
So, yeah, how many speakers in total and how many amplifiers?
More than 7.
We're going to be pushing rewind now. 1 million! I'm bringing a fucking semi truck, dude. 2 million watts. Oh,
bro, have y'all been keeping up with the paperclip drama?
I've seen a lot of it.
All right, Jim wins first to do it. Well, not 57 subs. Close enough. I wish 57 subs would be crazy.
What the fuck?
No, that's
What would that be wired to?
Yes.
That'd be wired to yes.
Yes, you were so close with 12 amps. All right, Jim, you got 1 point.
It's 57 the prime number.
57 amps. I guess the answer would be pretty simple, I guess. 0.25, 0.5, 1, 4, 2.
I mean, if you had 57 subs, how the fuck would you wire that?
You'd have to have 57 amps, right?
Yeah.
No, you could. Yeah,
You couldn't do 36.5 amps.
Yeah.
Or 26.5, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Fuck. What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. It's one of those numbers. Can't be divided by anything besides 1 in itself.
So I didn't watch fucking MB fucking enclosures guys shit. But what the fuck was he saying what was that paperclip test? What did that tell him?
You didn't see the video?
I didn't watch it. I can't watch his fucking videos, dude. After he was like praising the fucking piece of shit DB Drive 8-inch subwoofer, and I was like, that thing was a fucking atrocious turd. What is he talking about? I was like, it's so bad.
So he made a video with a B. I think it was a B2 sub and then a Sundown sub. The B2 was, I don't know, one of their lower versions, and the Sundown sub was one of the higher versions. And he dropped a paperclip on each one, and the paperclip stood up on the B2, and it didn't stand up on the Sundown. And he talked about the B2 having more motor force because of that. And it was like a short reel, but it kind of went viral-ish, I think. So there's a lot of dumb people out there that think the smaller sub.
Nobody really believes that.
People who have no idea that motor force is supposed to be in the gap.
Wait a minute.
You want to have magnetism in the gap and not on the top
outside
of
the motor.
Phone. Like they don't know. I mean, some people are dumb, dude. What do you mean? Of course they fell for
Okay,
it.
look. All right, here's the thing. Listen, any of the people that believe that him making that video and putting a paperclip on it and saying that, I don't want them to buy any of my products ever.
Well,
I want nothing to do with the people that are that dumb.
well, it turned
like,
out
I don't want-
I mean,
I don't
it
want them to be my
started-
customers anyway.
Yeah, definitely
Fuck
started
that.
with-
No, I do not want people that are that fucking stupid. No, I don't.
Bro, watch out, Gailey. He gonna be on your ass next.
He can fucking
It's coming.
send that shit, and I will roast his sorry ass the fuck down like a fucking like he was goddamn Keith Sanders.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that fried.
No, he's not. MB's pretty
I don't know,
smart.
he might be.
Well, he's a dummy on that shit, but he's reasonable on most stuff. So
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's like you always seem, for the most part,
It almost
I
like it
know.
should have been like it was a troll post because the dude strikes. I mean, from his other videos, like that's
I
something
don't know. The one when he was going on about the fucking the DV drive 8-inch sub, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like
Well, he
I
might
tested
like the stuff, but-
every 8-inch sub I could get my fucking hands on, and that motherfucker was garbage.
But,
Good night.
It's pretty dope.
Thanks for your support, whoever bought this one. Let me see.
User
Give him a
7754.
quick shout out, Adam De La Garza. Thanks, dog. Bought some heat shrink, sticker bundle pack. Shoo.
Megan Steve work at 7:30.
Who got canceled on a? Oh yeah, I don't know. No, I don't think that's actually true. I think that he was like, oh, they fucking blocked me on the group, and I don't think they did at all.
You should pull that video
No,
up.
they
Gene.
didn't because someone tagged him in my post from last night where I posted the big plastic paperclip floating over as SDDN. People tagged him in it.
Does a paperclip float over a fucking SDDN? Does a paperclip
Bro.
float? You know what I was asking? I was asking Gavin if we had paperclips earlier. I'll fucking see if it floats over a fucking Relentless. That thing's got a little bit of motor force.
I
No, you
printed
wouldn't
a
want
like a 6-inch paperclip with the 3D printer and like used string to hover it over the sub.
I'm sure I'll have the paperclip somewhere. There's this thing. If this will work, Bobby.
What? What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's got the shape of the cord on that stainless. The fuck is wrong with you?
I'll just come off myself.
Trying to find a paperclip. I need to do the fucking motor force test.
Let me see if I can find that original video.
Paperclip test.
Do you have a Facebook page? Yeah.
Yeah, because he messaged me from it earlier.
Stands up on the backside of the motor.
Well, yeah, that's probably a decent spot for it to
Okay.
stand up. You don't want it to stand up on the cone.
No. And there is no fucking way that there is a 6.5-inch subwoofer that has more motor force than this right here. I'm pretty sure the fucking shorting ring probably makes it so that it fucking doesn't. I bet it works on a shield. No shorting ring. No.
Yeah, the shorting ring. There's no
Bro,
way it'll do with the shorting
So
ring.
on my post with the fake paperclip, last night someone was arguing with me about what sub was stronger, and then they're like, the American base holds this much watts. It's definitely stronger. I'm like, oh no.
Holds this much watt.
Holds them.
Interesting.
I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, I said, I even commented, I don't know why I assumed you would know better.
The
My
only
mistake.
the only speaker that I can find that it does it is this prototype 80-watt mid.
That mid has the most motor force in that building, son.
Yeah, it makes way more motor force than my Relentless 18.
But so someone was arguing with that same person later on in this conversation. This is like 1 a.m. I'm in here, I was waiting for that thing for Steve to finish. So I'm just sitting in here, not doing anything. I'm tired. This person's like, he's like, oh, you just work at Baseaholic. Why don't you give credit to the person who started it? I'm like, who the fuck started it?
I'm the only person that works at fucking Baseaholic. What the fuck?
They were like, no, like 10 years ago, someone else started it. Like, what?
You must know
I
everything.
went and found a post from myself on ROE from 15 years ago.
You went deep. How long did that take?
3 minutes. I went to ROE and searched my name. It was super easy. Because I've been Baseaholic everywhere since I was like 15. So, I mean,
Yeah.
and people were like, oh, you know, I've only ever seen you with it spelled like that. Because they were talking about spelled the right way. I'm like, no. I'm like, when I was 14, 15, I just couldn't spell. From Louisiana, bro. Jesus. You're lucky I can read it all. I just spelled Baseaholic wrong, and I just went with it.
Went with it.
Would you guys like to watch? Would you want to get a little bit stupider real quick?
Yeah,
Get
sure.
stupider? I'm about that.
You want to get more stupid?
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Why is it?
Right.
There we go.
Get right around.
Is it glitching for you guys too?
Yeah.
Refresh this shit. Oh,
Or even
no.
YouTube don't want to play that shit.
That's weird. It'll play it. Let's try it again. Maybe it was just a bad connection. No, it don't want to play. It don't want you guys to get done.
Right now, we're
There you
going to what you we're going to drop it inside the sundown. Right, should hit right around here. Let's see what happens. Oh. What's up with your motor force? Let's drop it there again.
Where's your motor force? Maybe it's in the gap where it's supposed to be.
It's where it's supposed to be.
Look over here.
Sheesh.
What do you say now? This paper clip is lighter than this one, ain't it? Yeah.
Man,
Right. The B2 audio paperclip was lighter. That's why his motor force could pick up to it. So we're gonna switch. We're gonna drop this lighter paperclip over here. We're gonna drop the heavier one over here. God the mighty. Hey, baby, if I'm doing something wrong here.
Yeah.
Because the smaller woofer
Yeah.
has more motor force. You can and it's
Okay.
done with a stride motor. So those
I'm
people that
done
were saying
this.
that, hey,
The
well, you got to
credibility
use a
of
nail
this
ring. Oh,
man
no.
is
If you really got somebody that know what they doing, got you a real engineer, he's behind a lot of other products that y'all love. He ain't behind this
Who's
one.
B2's
But he's
engineer?
behind some other
I
products that
legitimately
y'all
don't know
love.
who it is.
Check this out.
JLD.
I'm
No.
gonna switch. I'm gonna take this hand.
Jay Holm
keep
is
the camera, keep this paper clip here
excellent
so you
stuff
can see.
filter. He's not a dummy, but
No,
I'm
but
pretty sure Jay isn't dropping fucking paper clips on his fucking subs to figure out.
Call him right now. I bet you he has a bag of paper clips standing over subwoofer right now.
I'm gonna have to make sure. Like, I don't know. I just dropped a paper clip on every fucking goddamn speaker in here, and the only thing it fucking did that
Was the
with
mid.
was a fucking mid.
Maybe you should step your sub game up then, bud.
Just quit.
you should definitely get rid of all your subs and kill your brand and burn everything. You paperclip suck.
dude. We were on live.
dude.
You guys want to meet my friend Jacob? Come here. This is Jacob Dunkley. He's actually Colt's brother. He's the piercer at Body Bazaar next door, the tattoo piercing shop. He's a fucking badass. You guys can follow him on Instagram.
TikTok, everything.
Yeah, what are your shits?
Piercings by Jacob.
Piercings by Jacob. He's pretty funny.
You got that badass Camaro with the 12 back there.
He's got a cool. Yeah, you guys seen his
Can't
Camaro a
confirm.
little
I
bit.
heard it. I've
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
it.
yeah. And Jacob's cool dude. Yeah, yeah. We built a fucking super sick fucking desk for Body Bazaar. We actually cut all the parts. I designed it. We cut all the parts. Jacob assembled it himself in the fucking tattoo shop over there building a fucking big ass desk. It was pretty gangster. So yeah, it's kind of fun. So,
Anybody got another question?
I got one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How many speakers are in the fucking goddamn transformer stunt wall in the Sky High Ram?
Transformer stunt wall.
I mean, that's the best.
Yeah,
way
that's
to
pretty
describe it.
much what it is.
You know, the big blue one that comes out of the bed of a fucking big gray truck. How many speakers total in that wall?
Three.
I have no idea.
I got a clue.
Oh, what?
No. You have those, and I'll be able to drive home in an hour or so, or 45 minutes.
Well, is anybody close?
No. Well, yes, close, but still wrong.
Okay. You let us know when someone guesses it correctly.
What's that?
Is it higher or lower than 118?
It's lower.
I'm gonna go with 12. That's definitely not
That's wrong as fuck. I like Michael's guess.
right. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that might be the answer.
Yeah.
Like, we're definitely not going to say that at times that is not accurate.
I'm gonna fucking go around. I'm gonna make sure I keep paper clips in my fucking pocket, and I'm gonna go up to people at shows and shit, and be like checking out their subs, and be like trying to put paper clips on their shit, and be like, "Bro, you ain't got no money
Garbage."
for it. You got an SDDN? Fucking see if you can do the paperclip trick on that thing, bro. Motor Force.
So, you know what's crazy? I didn't even try a real paperclip, like, at all when I went up there.
I even said it earlier. I was like, do we have, how are you saying for show? You make me like worried that I fucking counted wrong. I am kind of retarded. I'm gonna fucking look at a picture of it. Double check. Make sure I'm not a fucking idiot. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think so. Nobody's got it yet based on what I know. Now it got me doubting my shit. Where, man, what, how come you never post pictures of that fucking wall?
Which wall? What are we talking about here?
The fucking stunt wall.
Oh.
Don't say the answer how many speakers are in it.
No. I'll find it for you right here. There, somebody else.
Still nobody, huh? See, I'm gonna make a guess. 2,
Blake.
3, 4, 5.
I got your message.
5.
If they want to. They sent me a 10 that I haven't touched yet, and I'm a bad human. But I haven't had an application. I thought I was going to have an application ready for it, and I didn't.
Oh, yeah, shit damn fuck. Wait.
I'm gonna say 64.
No, it's...
You should have the CAD file.
I do, but I didn't want to fucking start fucking around.
Says 96 on his post.
It is. It's fucking 96. God damn it. Somewhere along the way, I fucking had 98. So the first one to get that right was actually Stephen Dunn. I'm so sorry. God damn it.
Okay, well, he said it right away too. He's the first person to answer.
He is the first one to get it right.
Where's the first
You told
person
me he was wrong. He went, bullshit.
He just waited. Like, am I wrong? How the fuck am I wrong? Yeah. Sorry, Steven. God damn it.
No, he's actually on the way up there right now to beat you up because of that.
All right, let's see.
You
Question
don't live
number.
far away either. Be weird.
All right, I got a question.
Okay.
I got-
What are you doing to your toe? You know that's on screen.
What are you doing, dude? Give some of that.
Man, that's
What
hot.
kind of
I'm
ass, bro?
fucking toes.
Bro, working at the golf course, my feet are all fucked up now. I got bit by something in the bushes, and my foot is like
Another male.
it's super
I was
bruised.
in the bushes with this dude.
I've never like my foot's bruised. I don't know if I got bit by something really poisonous or if I'm gonna die. But
It's one of the two.
Yeah.
It's really poisonous and you're gonna die, or you're just gonna die.
yeah, probably both.
So what's the question?
What is the RMS of the 6.5 you're giving away?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
And peak. RMS and peak.
You heard that, Drew?
I don't even think
What
I
was
listened.
No peak. What's RMS?
Oh, yeah.
The hell's going on in the background of your house, Steve?
Yeah, what's going on over there, dude?
My friend just got home. So yes.
Talking to the dog.
You got 800, 1 trillion.
Correct answer. Facebook user.
Is it 800?
No,
Okay. 1200.
no, it's the fucking Shield 6.5, bro. It's
Oh.
our least expensive.
400. 1200. These people are asking. Or they're guessing. 1,000.
Boom.
400.
So he like opened the box and took it out, and then he just like set it aside. Let me see. What do you got here? He was supposed to do like a whole. This is a Gately Audio Shield 6.5.
There's a conversation happening.
This is a 400 watt RMS. Fucking little badass 6.5 inch subwoofer. Retail price is $139. So if you go to gatelyaudio.com and you purchase one, they are $139, and that includes shipping. And if you use promo code Quietly Loud, it will tell you that that is not a valid promo code, and then you can pay $139.
Try again.
Damn!
404 page not found.
I could create one. Any of you guys want to actually buy one? I'll make a discount code. I don't know how much of a discount I'll put on it.
Make it charge 10% more.
I'm gonna definitely
a
fucking
negative
do. I'm gonna
10%.
do that on Black Friday. I'm gonna be like, use promo code, fucking go fuck yourself Black Friday to add 10% to the fucking cost of all of your shit in your cart. Bitch.
Some people will do it. 100%.
They'd be like, bro, I did 10% discount at Gately Audio. And people be like, hey, motherfucker, you paid
You
extra.
paid 10%.
So yeah. Yeah, they're great little woofers. They're available dual 2, dual 3, and dual 4. So like, let's say hypothetically you had like a little fucking 800 watt Korean amplifier, you like maybe the Sound Cube, little 800, 850.
Yep.
And you wanted to get a little extra out of that little bugger, you could get dual 3s. You could wire at 0.7. Discount code paperclip.
God.
All right, who's got another question?
Now I got to use that on the fucking mids. Drew, you got a question for us?
No.
What is the RMS of the Sundown subwoofer that had less motor force in the fucking MB?
I don't even know what sub he was testing there.
I think it was a fucking goddamn X4. X48 is what I think it was. What is the RMS of the Sundown X48? I don't know what that is, but I'm betting it's fucking 1,200 watts or so.
Are you looking it up?
I am.
Okay. So far, we've got 2,500. Jeez, it's going fast. 2,500, 750, 1K, 3,500, 1K, 1,500, 1,200.
Might be 1K. Let me see.
25. It's definitely not 25 if it's an X. It's got to be in the 1,000, 1,200 range.
Maybe it was a 12.
Something's fucked up. Their website's fucked up right now.
Yeah, they got another new website guy.
Sick. So he just shit the whole other one down. Good idea.
Basically, well, the guy who was working on it kind of shit. Yeah, told him to fuck off. So, I have a question. Whenever they get done.
Okay.
I had to see how easy this question was to find. And if you follow Jacob, might
Well,
be
if
able
the
to answer.
15s are 2,000. Well, I guess they have different coils, right? It's a 2.5 inch coil.
The P4 is
Yeah.
on our side.
All right, I will find this
Not-
out right now.
Let's use down percent.
An X8, they're 1,000 watts.
Did somebody guess 1,000 watts?
Yeah, lots of people. So who guessed 1,000 first? It was Adam Smith, I believe.
I
Made-up
see Jonathan McCrae. I don't see anybody else before that.
Well, I'm not sure. Or if these, because we asked 2 RMS questions back to back. So
Now you've gone and done it.
who asked first? I mean, like, when did you ask this fucking question? All right, let's see when the answers started coming in here.
Oh yeah.
Now we.
I remember the 1 trillion was for the shield. I know that.
Where was the 1 trillion?
Scroll up a little bit. Right there.
Oh, so yeah, this one was probably for the shield. So the Timothy, and then
Okay, so Michael Moore got the shield right here, right at 400. And people kept guessing, and then there was a paperclip comment. I remember that after that.
straight paper clip.
Kyle, make the shirt
And
straight
this
paper
one
clip.
says your website says 600, so that's still on your question. So it's
But that's yeah.
yeah. I
And
think
that-
this was the first answer for the X, and then Jim said 750, and then Adam Smith said 1K.
Oh, I see. Okay, there you go. That's where I'm getting. Okay.
Okay, so we have 4 questions, 4 different winners so far. Who's going to pull
So-
ahead and get 2 points?
All right. What do you got, Drew?
Jacob Fuller released Sundown released the SDDN, a special edition sub for Stephen Duncan. What is the next special edition sub to be released?
Ooh.
Nobody knows.
Oh, yes, you do. Jacob posted about it on his personal Facebook.
I mean, I think I know what it is because I think
I know what it is.
remember, But
I know
I'm
what
a
it is.
dummy.
You could just do the abbreviation, the letters for it. I don't know who Facebook user is, but they got it.
Is that it?
That's it. The NTK.
Who are you, a Facebook user?
Who's that stand? What's it stand for, NTK?
Not today, Kyle.
Oh, there's for Kyle? For the
Well,
for Clippo?
They're base for. I don't know what the plan is for all the subs because there's a Drew Jones sub coming, and I don't know what it's going to be. So we're going to see.
All right, who is Facebook user? If you want to comment your name so I can
Call
put you on
yourself.
the list. Unless you don't want to be on the list.
Watch me, Jacob.
Who are you?
It's me, Kyle. Well, Kyle, you can't answer. If it's Kyle Rutherford, that doesn't make any sense. Can't answer his own.
He logged
His
into
own
2
accounts.
accounts.
What are you logged into 2 shits?
Yeah, you got 2 accounts going right now. What are you doing? Yeah.
So
Okay.
you guys.
Well, you just screwed that.
It was like Josh last week when he fucking jumped in on his other profile.
I mean, does that count as a point? He knew they were for him.
I guess. Yeah.
It's fucking-
Excluded anybody, can you?
Well, I mean,
Yes, you can. We can pick anybody we want. We could just decide who's the fucking winner. Last week we gave somebody a point because they said something funny.
They said jizz.
Yeah, they said the
They said
answer,
jizz.
the
One point.
answer was jizz about something, and that made sense. So that was it.
Is that Bobby's son? Ah!
Oh my god. Yes.
Ah!
Yes. Kevin.
Kevin gets a point.
Kevin, you got a point,
all
bud.
right. There you go, Kevin. Kevin, you just got on the list, bro. Good job.
Congratulations.
Fuck, god damn it.
That's Kevin.
Yeah, I
Bell.
gave
man.
birth to him earlier today. I shit him out.
Here I am.
There he is.
Okay, that's 5. We got one more question to ask. Hopefully, someone gets it right, or one of these 5 people. Bobby Nobby. Something to
Bobby
do
Nobby.
with... Yeah, I'm trying to think it's shit to do with you, buddy. Since you're giving away a gately sub. Okay, I don't know if you guys. This is maybe. Yeah, this will work. Well, no, because Jim's gonna answer it right away. I won't answer.
All right,
that.
Jim, don't answer this.
I mean, he's in it, right?
He's
isn't
in
he
it,
with-
but he's a machinist. He's a machinist. He would just know right away. So
Well, okay, well.
I was good. Well, should I still ask what I was going to ask so you guys know what I want
Yeah,
to ask?
fuck it. I don't give a fuck.
All right, what was the name of the part that Bobby ordered to replace on his CNC? Talked about it earlier in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't the first time he's had to type the words ball screw.
Oh, and a ball nut. All right, is that the winner, Jim? Or is that count for a answer, or is we excluding that question because Jim's an expert?
Hey, you know everything, Jim.
It's your call.
I mean, it's your fucking call. You're the one that knew he was going to know the right fucking
Who asked the
answer.
question?
Exactly. So I already knew. So sorry, Jim. Too easy.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jim.
Next.
That's what you get for being one of the boys. Ah!
Jizz.
Brady gets the fucking point.
Just jacket.
Yeah.
The screw something. It was a screw something. He fucking-
Right when you walk out the garage, it's on the
it's a
canopy.
ball socket.
What? All right. Okay. So you figure out a damn question. You got a question?
Who? What you got?
Anybody?
Is that
Anybody.
random?
You got a question? What does it
Yeah,
say
ask
on
a question.
Darian's shirt?
Yeah. Like I had the mountains too, I guess.
Yeah.
Why is that Mexican OT such a fucking banger? That's the real question.
What?
That
What?
Mexican OT. He's a Texas rapper, and he raps about Yellow Bones and Yellowstone. It's
Wow.
shit around the other.
All right. What can we ask here? Let's see. Didn't talk a whole lot about Eric's build, so maybe not
Howard
that.
Cone area does a 15-inch square subwoofer have it than a 15-inch round subwoofer.
Well, it depends if you ask Drew or if you ask somebody else.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
No,
Yeah.
fair. That's not a definite answer.
That's not.
I mean, if you're measuring the cone area the right way, you're measuring.
It's not 20% more. I tell you that.
Is it not?
No,
No,
because
it's-
I mean, if you said 15 inches around versus 15 inches a square, then it's like 22 or something like that. If you were talking exact, but it's fucking different. If you said you get super different cone area for an L7X compared to an L7
Yeah, because of how big the surround is.
because of the
Blah, blah,
surround size.
Yeah.
Very
Uh,
different.
the 15 is 149 effective square inches of cone area, and like an average round 15 is like 124, 125 effective square inches of cone area.
Well, that's 20%.
Way less. That's less than 20%.
That's
But
not.
the 12s
Yes, it
are 12s are closer. 12s like 90 something to like high 70s, low 80s.
120 to 159. That's the difference of 25. 120 times 2 is 24. 240. That's 20%.
What did you say? I thought you said 144.
21%.
149.
149 to one what?
Like
You
like
said
125.
159 first, and then
Mhm.
yeah, you said 150 something.
I think you did.
150.
I think you said 159.
150 and 122. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
roughly
Yeah, it's pretty close to 20.
20%.
Pretty close.
Yeah. See, 24 and 22, it's 146. So it's a little more than 20%. Yeah, 21%.
Tiny bit.
And then 12 is like 75 round and 91 for the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
That would be pretty much right there too. So yes, 20% it is.
I tell you what, it's not 20%. Let's do some math here.
Real and chip.
Hey, it's 20%.
I hit G6 somehow.
I think we asked that question about the PPI Bronco last week. Yeah, what's the average weight of a paperclip?
Not heavy enough.
Yeah.
Why am I so excited for competition mode on the war horses?
That is a subjective question.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that competition button.
I don't even know about competition, but
Because nobody's ever going to leave it in not competition mode.
Fact.
I'm
No,
gonna
they
put a
will.
competition button on my amps for sure.
They will, because it locks your gains at 4 volt sensitivity, and that's not gonna be enough for some people.
I like that. No, I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, it might. If you put it in cop mode, then you don't have to worry about retards blowing it up, I guess. Turning the gain all the way up.
They can't turn the gain up, but they sure can. But it disables a whole bunch of safeties in the amp.
That's true.
I'm not going to say how high of a voltage it will run with that button push, but it is more than 14.2.
So we're gonna be
than
off.
20.
Is everybody's more than 15, less than fucking 20?
More than 15, less than 20.
How much did we decide that a
Not even
relentless
close, bro.
6.5 weighs?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I remember, actually. That's crazy. I remember that.
How much did the 6.5 sway that we did decide on that I'm going to run?
And how much did we decide that Darian said was right was the weight that he guessed?
Yeah.
I don't know 100%. I think I remember. Where'd it go?
Tony Ross said need a box design. Tom, what's up? Messing me, dude.
All right. Well, this was Stephen Dunn got it.
I'm all waiting.
I mean, Darian, did you say 17.2 or
I said
17.7?
17 point something. I think it was 0.2.
I think it was 0.8.
I think it's 0.25.
Maybe it was 17.2 because a couple people said that. But then again, Michael could have been repeating what Jim said.
I mean, you did say after that, let's call it 18 pounds. So whoever asked the question is going to have to. What's the answer? Is it 18 or 17.2?
17.25. That's the answer. I know it is. That's what he said.
Okay, then is Adam
Who
Smith.
said that? Adam Smith? Was he the first one to say 17.25? Actually, I do kind of remember him having a little extra fucking numbers on that.
I thought it was 7.5, but you could be right. Okay, well, Adam Smith, congrats, bro. That was your second correct
Why don't
question.
somebody rewind this shit back?
I can't do it, but they might have to do it. I don't know.
I'll do it right now.
17.25. All right, fuck it. Adam Smith, you won, bro.
You fucking win, bro.
What voltage does the MVI going to protect? I don't know, but I find out.
All right. Well,
where's Jerry at? Jerry knows. Jerry
go
knows.
ahead and,
Where fucking, is Jerry, do you have a VXI or an MVI? I think
Yeah,
Jerry
MVI.
has an MVI, and he knows that motherfucker shut itself the fuck off when he had some voltage. Jerry told us a story about high voltage with his batteries the other day when he was here. Jerry, can you give us a little bit?
Enunciate.
I wonder if you can do the input voltage trick on the MVIs like you can like old Korean amps.
Like an alternator? Like you
Yeah,
put
like
you put a diode in front of it?
Yeah, you input 12 volts into like old Rockford amps. We would have to input 12 volts into the turn on to run them at 16.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it would work.
do
I
you
bet
know
it
what
would.
voltage the MVI will work up to?
At least 16, well, at least 15.9 because I had it in the Tahoe for a little bit.
Okay, so
Yeah,
15.5. I'll be okay at 15.5 then.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right. Jerry had a fucking alternator regulator control thing go crazy. And how high was your voltage, Jerry? Jerry had some fucking voltage.
I think he said 16 something. 16.
No, it was way over that. It was scary high.
That's not good. Adam Smith, message
Is that all?
Bobby.
I swore it was more than that when you were telling us the story the other day.
Message Bobby, message the page to get that sub. Get it sent out.
Who won?
Adam Smith.
Adam Smith. Adam Smith, yeah, send a message to us. We'll get it shipped out. And you can actually pick which impedance you want, whether you want a dual 2, a dual 3, or a dual 4. You let me know, and you will get yourself a Shield 6.5.
Nice.
It's pretty sweet.
It really is.
For $140, you cannot.
You ain't going to fucking beat that.
No.
Let me tell you something. This woofer will shit on most Oh, that's right. That's right. You told me the story when you told me that Kyle had the issue. Kyle Ernie had a fun time at 20 volts. But yeah, this sub's a fucking little badass right here. Super efficient. It's gonna get down. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Nice. All right, boys. Well, I'm starving, and I gotta get
And you
work
got a friend over.
tomorrow, and I gotta go to work in the morning. So, hooray, life!
There was one time that Steve was like, I think he was getting down in like the living room, and me and Drew could hear it before we went live, and I was like, "Go live, go live!" And I didn't have control of it back then. And
Hurry up,
Drew
hurry up.
hesitated, and we went live right at the end, and we think we might have caught the little end of when
Little driblets.
the finishing moments were happening. It was like,
Residual driblets.
we were like, "Wow!" And I was like, "Oh, see, Drew, you fucking missed it. Didn't want to."
4
He was
seconds
like, "I don't
sooner.
know if I should do it, man." I was like, "Yes, you should."
You guys are stupid.
So anyway,
You caught nothing. All right. Well, now, you guys could definitely chill. I mean, you guys are both just working at your computers. So.
I don't know. I am gonna go the fuck home and eat because I'm starving like I'm gonna die. So there's that.
Okay.
I'll probably leave it running for a little bit because
Okay,
All right.
you gonna hang out with the kids? All right, you guys get to watch Drew
might as well.
fucking hot glue himself.
Yeah. All right. I'm out. Later, boys. See you
All
next
right,
week.
You guys,
later.
thanks for having me.
Have fun with Drew.
Hi, everybody. We're using high temp black hot glue to reinforce basically double solder joints on here. Soldered front and back. I guess almost quad joints, if you depending on how you look at it. And it's going to add a little bit of vibration protection, a little bit of insulation. Not much, just enough. Just a happy little dab of glue. Hi. And the huge back tattoo. I have a huge back tattoo. Miss your actual face and the huge. Whoa, hold on a second. This chat getting wild. Hold up. How you know that? I mean, I guess it's on this right now. But is that Steve's distro block? Yes. Yes. He wanted a black one for some reason. But anyway. So I ordered a blue. So I'm doing the white and blue to match the to match the VI amps. The blue I ordered is not right. It's way too light. So I have another blue coming that's darker. I had it in my head that it was like a light blue, and it's clearly a dark blue. Whatever. Oh, bro, the black glue doesn't play. I use Heltec LTO balancers. Ooh, on your forehead. Don't get it off your forehead. Damn. Oh, the black cherry white claws. Whoo. Wish I had some, to be honest with you. Kind of hot in here. I don't think it's that hot. I think it's like low 70s. 75. Guess we'll see if it works this time. Yeah. That's the OEM plug for MVI speaker outputs. Turn that to RCA. Yeah, my local gas station actually has the new Blackberry. It's good, dude. Yeah, man. I'm just in here. I'm gonna be here anyway, so I already got it set up. Might as well leave it going. People can ask their technical questions. Man, I don't have a lot of experience with Corey subs. Designing for him here and there. Nothing. Actually, I don't even do a lot of that. He handles most of that. But I heard him in his van at Scraping the Coast 2 years ago, and that was my favorite demo of the year, 2022, hands down. That van was awesome. That's one of those things. It's like it wasn't the subs. You know what I mean? Like you can put any sub in a build like that, and it's gonna do great. But having a good sub definitely does help. And the man knows what he's doing with subs, so I'd have no fear using them. So Jesse, yeah, the MVI is what we're working with, because the VXI runs at 96K processing speed, so they can call high res certified or whatever. So that limits the DSP channels it can have. The MVI runs at half that, 46.5 or whatever it is. So they can use the additional processing power for more processing channels. Yes, I'm actually working on a blow through right now that goes through the back window. Well, not really today. I started on today. Anyway, so the MVI has extra processing available for the additional channel. So MVI 6 channel has 6 channels of speaker output and 6 channels of RCA output. But VXI has optical output. And if you link with the VXI hub, you have an optical output hub, basically. My TM8s are 90 and 375, I think, with a target like 105 on the bottom end. I let my sub do a lot of the work because it's front sub and it plays really good. Need to make like a jig for these. Not yet. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to start another print on this other printer. Print again. A12, I think. Right, print. I think I have this assembly process kind of figured out. So I've been watching this YouTube channel, Slant 3D. They're a 3D printing production company, basically. They run a farm of printers and mass produce stuff. And they say one thing that people struggle with is making one of something is easy. Making something for production is hard. I didn't know that. I was trying to make this for production. No, I did not know that. Zachary, how do I do that on the DSi 3? Because if that is true, I will recommend the shit out of that thing to guys who are trying to get serious about their SQ but don't have, Helix money. Yeah, I've used the DS. I've tuned it, but I don't remember seeing that. But that was a large Pro Mid from Sundown. That was the Neo Pro 12 prototype. It's loud. Key lock? I've used a key lock. Key lock's good. Oh, no all pass on the DSi 3. And I guess Jesse's talking about the key lock for all passing, for getting rid of all passes in OEM vehicles. It's a good solution for that. That's one thing we use a key lock for a lot. Really? That shows how much I don't know about the Helix stuff. I don't keep up with it. How much is it? Do you think DC Level 1 is too low power-wise for a 17-year-old's first sub that'll be in the trunk of his car? What's he listen to? I mean, is he trying to listen to just like some Christian music, some light jams, or is he trying to, or is he like me when I'm driving a truck? Is he playing some ghetto shit? Like, let's be real, because I am. Why? I'm about to dry that tonight. You know what? Oh, this shit felt brittle. You might want to get them a little bit stronger sub just to be safe. I mean, the level 1's great, but let's be real. Kids are not gentle on things. I know my son isn't. He doesn't have a system yet, but I know he's not going to be easy on it. All this filament feels hella moist. It feels very brittle, and it's not printing worth a shit. So, just dry it overnight. This stuff was like, the blue was really brittle. It broke super easy. I haven't touched a Pioneer head unit, and it's a lot. Tahoe has one because it came in it when I bought it, and it just hasn't broken yet. But I haven't touched a new Pioneer head unit beyond that. Because I listen to Cali rappers, man. All the Bay Areas have got the best rappers. This spool right here is being a complete bitch. Took Brains Explorer to the alignment shop. I don't know if you remember that whole mess we had at the Ford dealership. But anyway, got it back like a month ago, 2 months or 2 ago, and it hasn't been right. Finally took it to the alignment shop that does my trucks, and $1,000 bill. Ridiculous. Unacceptable. It's just that humid in here already. It's kind of humid. How loud is that? Loud? Well, I turn on. Tell me it's loud. Good. Not loud? Good. Nope. I've not heard the new mount list more. I was trying to calibrate some new filament, but it's all just not good. Well, it's all wet, so I'm going to dry it overnight. Working on Steve's MVI thing. Then once I do this side, I think I'm done for the night. Tired. Though that is something I may be able to set up later. Very humid in here. The humidifier has been off this entire time, so it's not humid. Probably need to take some soldering lessons. Never really learned how to do this. I don't know. Yes. Seems to be good enough. I haven't actually got to mess with any of Tony's amps in person. But I am a diamond box lover. I have 3. One of the original L's from when they first released. That's old. Actually, it's that one. Custom painted to match my Cobra. And then medium right there. And then I have one of the first like Chinese $100 ones. Jerry, solder. I have solder and practice boards. What do you think your MVI box is going to be? What's the SQ chat talking about? That's actually why this has been delayed as much as it has, is I didn't want to put out a product that I knew could be better. But it's also a hindrance. I'm trying to make something. Put out something. The ball rolling, and then do revisions later. But to me, that's like the manufacturer thing. Get it out there, then make revisions. But to me, you gotta make it at least to a certain quality first, right? Because if not, then anyone could do it. If anyone can do it, why would they want you to do it? They can. These are ventilated out of the room, so they can get rid of heat as needed, or fumes or whatever. But no, I mean they're basically low heaters, yeah. But that's okay. The joy I get out of tinkering with them is worth every bit of heat. What kind of wrench I need, but I bet I could print it. Yeah, they can. So that is actually what I have that one set to do. It's just heat up the entire chamber to a temperature that will dry it. It's going to also dry overnight, and then try to calibrate again in the morning. But Sunlu's coming out with a 4-position dryer that I'm going to get. So be able to externally dry 4 filaments at once. Yeah, man, that stuff with Chris sucked. I never asked him like what exactly happened, but yeah, never ain't none of my business. I have a lot of faith in this brand. Bamboo is started. It's a group of engineers, and I guess one of the lead engineers from the original DJI, the drone company. The standard in printers. Jerry, Cardia guy, has a laser, CO2 laser, or whatever, out in Cali. He worked out of an enclosed trailer. So he had a nice little setup. Caught on fire one night, burned up. But he has since got another trailer, gotten a badass laser now. He's back up and running pretty quick. Let's check continuity. Actually. That I don't have the answer to. I don't know. I think I remember reading say he said it wasn't the laser that caught fire or something. Again, I don't know. I don't want to speculate because I don't know. What am I doing? Okay. I'm going to log on to this other computer to StreamYard, and we're going to stream some Mac stuff. Two 6 7. Launch tune. All right. Max. So, can't really see what I'm going to be doing, but I'll try to move the camera around. Yeah, so, I hear audio. Hold on. Ow. Yes, I have an older gaming laptop that I use that stays in the shop to run Macs and to help run the printers and internet out here. This is on my normal laptop. RCAs plug into Max has a reference RCA input. Up there. Reference input. It's limited to 7 volts, but it's very sensitive. And it's actually not the impedance thing, is it? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. We'll be able to measure throughput, see if there's any changes. Plug in this. The Max into channels. Plug this into this MVI amp. It's up here. Have to turn on. You'll see that come to life on tune. Boom. Unbridge these. No crossovers. Mute. Measure. Get rid of these EQs from earlier. They're EQs from the Neo Pro and Hexagon testing. Sure. Measurement setup. External RCA, so it's telling the reference to measure itself, basically. Those. And log ref. All right. So. Analog reference will be reading this RCA. in a second. So it's picking up. As you can see, I moved this RCA. That's 60 hertz right there. Wiggles around. I'm going to change that to infinite. That's what Max is reading. I don't see any GL equipment on the Drew Baseball website because there is none for sale on there currently. So I'm always abundantly safe with this input ever since that accident that I had. Disable it. But all right. Now. Need a refresh. From actual mouse. I'm not even plugged in A and B. What a rookie. See?
What am I plugged into?
All right. Now it'll work. There it goes. Let's play a sine wave. Looks like a sine wave. So that jumping you see is this is a beta dev build of Tune, so just ignore that. All right, we're gonna do white noise. I know it'll be flat. Yeah, it looks flat. So this is the speaker output. Coming out of RCA. Ooh, into Max. It is working. Huzzah! All right, let's see what the scope looks like. Scope. Oh, look at that. Right, 3 volts. Yeah, rail clean. So I could do the math on this. So this is this will be total harmonic distortion. 1,000 hertz. So the next fundamental is gonna not harmonic, be 2,000, 4,000, in there, 8,000, that here. So I did the math on that. Along with this, you could figure out what the total harmonic distortion is at this 4 volts. Nice. Oh, y'all got to solve the first test of one of these put together. Actually, no. Actually, I'm not done. Not done. All right. I need these. I don't know what I'm doing. I have something specifically for this. So, Max has XLR inputs, these, that I can just plug RCAs directly into this box, and I can measure multiple signals at once instead of one at a time using the analog reference. Fine. RCAs. What are the barrels? I don't know what the RCA. You know what I mean, right? All right. Good. So, plug XLR1 to channel A, and I'll show y'all this in a second. Channel A, XLR2, channel B, unplug the reference. Need that. All right. XLRs. A and B will be able to check both at once. All right. Enable transfer engines, transfer functions. We're going to check polarity. Show super close to each other. Scopes. So we're looking at channels. Look clean. All right, so okay, so this is looking at polarity using linear impulse response. Transfer function 2 is on channel B. So with this MBI adapter, we have channels A and B, but because it's a bridgeable amplifier, it has to be wired. Channel B has to be wired backwards, out of polarity, and then in the amplifier. And you see that here. If you compare that to, so this is channel A. Impulse goes up in polarity. Transfer function 1 and transfer function 2 channel is B, goes down, out of polarity. To fix this, polarity. Find delay. Now it's up. And it will be in polarity, channel A. And now your stuff won't blow up. Because if you wire the second, so you have channels A, B, C, D, E, F. If you wire B, D, and F, like positive, negative, to your speaker to RCA, if your amp does not have differential inputs, it will blow the amplifier up. Just straight poof. Blown up. Gone pecan. So this basically eliminates the possibility of doing that. And with me checking them prior to shipping them, well, no. Magic of Max. All right, everybody. I'm about to head on this side, go to hang out with the wife for a little bit. It was good hanging out with y'all. Hold on a second. Always make sure this amp can't play anything before I leave it for the night. I'm going to turn it on in the morning or tomorrow, whenever I need it. Amp off, max off. All right. So we're manually reversing polarity, and then in tune fixing phase back to normal using polarity. Flip switch, but it's phase because it's polarity is an electrical connection. I guess it. You know what I mean. Y'all have a good night. I don't know how to end the stream. I'm on